Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! Whoa. Glorious Wednesday here in the arena. A light couch today, but we all we got. We all we need, I guess. How everybody feeling? Swaggy, I see you.
You know, I was in the spirit of hooping today. All this basketball, playoffs. You know.
Did you come straight from hooping?
Yeah, straight from the gym. And I was, LeBron motivated me at 40 to be out there doing what he's doing.
41-year-old LeBron.
Today is the Game 5 win. We about to
Elimination days, we call it here in Los Angeles.
Did you take a shower after you hooped?
A light one. I washed up.
You still can't fuck with me though.
Come to
That's why you don't want to invite me. That's why you never invite me.
But we shouldn't be.
You know when people don't
against
invite
each
you
other.
because they don't want to deal with you.
We should be on the same team.
Don't want to deal with you.
That's the thing, see?
I just want you to see. I want you to know. In your core bones of all bones, like I had it wrong with him. I had it wrong. The stats don't match. None of that shit. And even the muscle, you be like, ain't no way he shoot like that still.
I seen it.
No way he
the
still
stats
shoot
don't
like
match.
that.
That's evident.
I'm just saying.
I already beat
I want to get out there. I want to get out there and see Swag move. You know what I'm saying? With the knees and the whole nine, I got to match it up.
The double knee brace.
The double knees. He got the double knee joint.
It ain't like Robert Parrish's. It don't look like that. It's more stylish.
Stylish, though. It don't hurt as much either.
It don't hurt as much
move.
either.
Did you dunk today?
Oh, he don't dunk no more.
See.
He don't dunk no more.
I'm a stretch four now.
Okay, stretch four for sure. I got the four. I'm guarding him. Big fella. I got you.
But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoop, whoop. I'm merely your host, Josiah Johnson, and we got one of the biggest legends in the sports media game, Skip Bayless, back in the building with us. Skip, you be out here lifting too, I see it.
Yeah, hey, man. See them things? He's in the gym.
I'm just trying to keep up with that man.
Oh, man, you know.
Yeah, he eat weights. A lot of creatine over there.
Only creatine.
Only creatine.
Only. Man,
Yeah.
stop. We can't talk about what I be doing, push-ups and the other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We got NBA champion of the world, Swaggy P. Nick Young. Only champion on the couch.
No matter when Skip come, it don't matter. The only
It don't matter.
6 fingers. We have yet to figure out what the.
It's like on the Jordan.
Okay, but
He actually got the Jordan finger. Look at the Jordan. He got the Jordan finger. That motherfucker go over there, don't it? Look at that motherfucker over there.
we got one over here too.
Damn, how you get one of them? I want one.
Cricket.
How you do that?
Last but not least.
Damn, I ain't even noticed that till now.
Last but not least, man, they call Cemetery Larry NCAA champion of the world, Rashad McCants, Dr. Rashad McCants. So we got
was easy.
A lot of playoff basketball to discuss. Here's what's cracking in Gil's Arena today. Joel Embiid delivered an MVP-level performance to keep the Sixers season alive. What did Philly expose about the second-seeded Celtics? Wemby and the Spurs won their first playoff series since 2017 with a gentleman's sweep over the Blazers. But is San Antonio for real or Fugazi? They're looking good, and they might have an easy path to that Western Conference Finals in a showdown with the Lakers or the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Jalen Brunson put the Knicks on his back to lead New York to a blowout win over the Hawks in Game 5. Is the Knicks offense better running through Brunson or the big bodega? We will discuss, but before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's available in most states, including Texas, California, and Florida. New customers get $50 in bonus entries when they play just $5. To get started, just use code GIL when you sign up, and it'll load instantly. Underdog, make picks, win money with code GIL. And if you can't watch this show live with us on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So we're going to start this show in the East with the Sixers and Celtics. Joel Embiid made his 2026 playoff debut in Game 4 just weeks after an emergency appendectomy, putting up 26 points, 10 boards, and 6 assists in 34 minutes of action. But the Celtics were too much, taking a 16-point lead after the first quarter, never looking back. Jayson Tatum was cooking with 30 points, 11 assists, and 7 boards. And Peyton Pritchard came through with a playoff career-high 32 points and 5 dimes, becoming just the third Celtic in franchise history with a 30-piece off the bench. Boston hit 24 threes in the game to get the 32-point blowout win. So after dropping both games on their home floor, Philly found themselves facing elimination as the series returned to the Garden Tuesday night. But the Sixers' big three came up big in Game 5 to keep their season alive. Let's take a look at the highlights. We can't, please. Celtics took a 7-point lead into the break and were in control in the third quarter, extending their lead to 13. But the Sixers rallied with their former MVP putting the team on his back with an MVP-level performance. Embiid had a game-high 33 points along with 8 assists in 39 minutes, scoring 31 of his 33 in the final 3 quarters. The process was 12 for 23 from the field, 9 for 10 from the line, had 18 points in the second half on 7 of 10 shooting. Tyrese Maxey added 25, 10 boards, and 5 dimes, while PG, playoff P, came through with 16, 9 boards, and 7 assists. Quentin Grimes, big spark off the bench with his best game of the series. Grimes had 12 of his 18 points in the second half. Jayson Tatum led the Celtics with 24 points and 16 rebounds. Jalen Brown added 22, 5, and 5, but no other Celtic starter scored more than 8 points in the game. Sixers were up 3 midway through the fourth quarter, but went on a 12-0 run to extend the lead to 15 to put the game out of reach. Philly outscored Boston 28-11 in the final frame. Celtics were 3 for 22 in the fourth quarter, missed their last 16 field goal attempts to end the game. Tatum and Brown were combined 0 for 8 with just 2 points in the final frame. Sixers went on to get the win. After the game, Embiid had this to say about his love for the game and motivation to play in this series after his appendectomy.
I know a lot of people might have takes of, that I might be lazy or whatever, but, every single time I'm on the floor, I want to play as hard as possible. I want to do whatever it takes to win a basketball game, whether it's on offense, on defense. I just want to play basketball, whether I'm, good physical, mentally shape or whatever. I just want to enjoy these moments, just being part of a basketball team, that's trying to accomplish something, and that's to win every single game. I'm glad we won today. I didn't want to go home, and think about it all summer of, what could have been, if I was healthy going into the playoffs. So one more day, and one more game to go out and try to make it back here. That's the mentality. So yeah, I'm just thankful to be in a position where I get to play. I don't know how long I have. I can do this. So I just want to enjoy as much as possible.
So Sixers have lost, I believe, 6 straight playoff series to the Celtics, got their last win in 1982. This was Embiid's 8th 30-point game against the Celtics in the playoffs, the second most for a Sixers player against a single opponent in franchise playoff history. So, Skip, we will start with you. What are your biggest takeaways from the Sixers' Game 5 win over the Celtics to keep their season alive?
So first of all, in my many years of watching and studying and covering the game, you guys played at the highest level. I have never seen a contending team that can go so cold when you least expect it as the Boston Celtics. It's just hard to fathom that they lost at home the fourth quarter last night, 28-11. And as Josiah pointed out, 3 of 22 in the fourth, missed their last 16. Jalen Brown is 0 for 6, and Jayson Tatum's only 0 for 2, only took 2 shots. And it's just incomprehensible how cold they go and stay over stretches of games. But the reason I think they were all but intimidated into the cold shooting was that guy who plays for the Sixers occasionally, named Joel Embiid. I hear night after night about that alien in San Antonio. This guy has been the alien for the last decade when he feels like it. And some nights he goes back to whatever planet he came from, never to be seen. But Joel Embiid, to me, former MVP, is the biggest tease in the history of professional basketball, because when he is healthy and he feels like playing basketball, there is nothing better than him. And as Tyrese Maxey said after that game last night, in the second half, he was extremely dominant. When he feels like it and he's okay to play, against the Boston Celtics, he is the best player on the floor. You can have Jayson Tatum or Jalen Brown or whoever you want on the other side. You can have Peyton Pritchard. But when he's right, they can't stop him. They can't touch him. They can only send him to the free throw line, where he is the greatest 7-foot free throw shooter I've ever seen. And I told you guys, I said right here on this couch, I was told the doctors in Philadelphia cleared him to play game 1 of this series, game 1. And they left it up to him. And he said, not yet, after his appendectomy. Yet that surgery is now so easily done with the arthroscope, and you can bounce back fairly quickly from it. And I don't know what he was feeling or not feeling, but he didn't play games 1, 2, 3, and then he comes back in game 4, and I know they got blown out, but I look at the numbers he put up out of nowhere coming back in game 4. He goes 26, 10, and 6 assists. Last night he had 8 assists. And in the second half last night, he just took over and played 39 minutes. And so it makes you wonder, well, could you have sucked it up and tried to play in game 1 or 2 or 3 and changed this series? And yet, in the end, what's going to happen is they're going to go home and he's going to dominate again. That's what I believe. And it'll go back to Boston for a game 7. And all I know about Joel Embiid, former MVP, is he's 30 and 31 in playoff games he's played in. He's 0 for 5 in semifinals, having never lifted this team to even a conference final. And he is 0 for 3 in game 7s in his career. And we can get into them a little bit later, but every one of the game 7s he's played in are pretty much disasters for him. James Harden had a lot to do with a couple of them. But Joel, when you need him the most, he's often not there. And yet, when he feels like it, like last night, and what I think is going to happen in game 6, the Boston Celtics will be in trouble. But at home in a game 7, the history screams that Joel Embiid will not be there for the 76ers.
So after that game 5, Embiid said, when he's playing at that level offensively, he doesn't think he can be stopped. But Skip, like you mentioned, the injuries have stopped him and curtailed some of those playoff runs in years past. But Shaq, let's move on to you. Looking at Embiid, what he was able to do last night, put the team on his back, MVP level performance. What are your biggest takeaways from that Sixers Game 5 win over the Celtics?
I've always said Joel Embiid, when he is on the floor and he is locked in and engaged, he's unstoppable. And that's why I kind of shifted towards Philly, seeing his emergence and his availability early on, and saving his body for the playoffs, was something that I was looking forward to. And I think that the other injuries kind of contributed to his unavailability for the first 3 games. But you look at game 4 and you analyze why it went bad. It went bad because Peyton Pritchard decided to show up.
He went crazy.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Yeah.
And I think that was something that took away from Joel, because you look at a lot of the shots that he was taking, a lot of the things that came into play after they were kind of trying to figure out how to get back on track after the game 2 win. And I think the way that they looked in game 2, going into game 3, you can't keep that momentum without actually knowing that you can defeat this team playing that way. I think going into game 4, Joel coming in and disrupting that chemistry that they felt like they had was something that I think a lot of the people who were watching is saying, like, well, why did he come back? Why did you start him? Why couldn't he just kind of filter in? Yeah. And I think the game that he played, like I said, Peyton Pritchard came in and made it look bad for the whole team based on the matchups. But then you see Peyton Pritchard last night. He doesn't really show up in the same capacity, but guess who did show up in the same capacity? Joel Embiid. He was consistent through both games, but the difference was the second half, he did what the Boston Celtics are very, very frightened of, is the post presence and the availability of being dominant in the paint. When you can be dominant in the paint, you got Vucevic and I can't remember. Kata.
Yeah.
Those two guys can't stop him.
Yeah.
Right? And when you know that as a player, you know that your matchup in this particular series is going to be, I need to dominate these two guys for us to win. Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum don't have a chance. Ain't no Derek White, ain't no Peyton Pritchard that can save the day, especially when you got Paul George on the other side, Maxey on the other side, Edgecombe on the other side, Oubre on the other side, Grimes, who is one of the most unexpected talents that you could say, similar to a Cam Thomas, firepower like microwave Vinnie Johnson style, where you don't know when he's going to do it, but you know he's capable of it. You got that type of firepower with Philly, it's dangerous. And Boston plays a type of basketball that you expect. They're going to shoot a bunch of threes. They're going to have two dynamic players, but if those players get cold at any moment, it's over for them. They don't have any counterbalance other than a Peyton Pritchard, who is only going to feed off of those two guys giving him the green light. So with Joel Embiid showing up the way that he did, I love everything about his dominance and creating positional advantages over Vucevic, who definitely doesn't want to be down there in the mix. So he took advantage of that. And like you said, free throw wise, nobody shoots free throws like him. He got in his groove in the second half, and it was beautiful to watch. I'm taking them, if I had to, in game six, to push it to 7.
Taking 6 or 7.
And I'm not going to say that they have a chance in game 7, but it goes for good entertainment.
This is blasphemy.
Good entertainment. Good entertainment.
This is blasphemy.
Swaggy, what is blasphemous about?
Because I feel like we only talk about Boston when they're losing, when they lose. They won, we didn't hear nothing about
We did speak about Boston when they
speak
won.
about it yesterday. They lose, we talk about Boston. The thing with Boston that makes me mad, they play with their food too much. And they stick to the game plan. The game plan is shooting threes. And at the end of games, when things get ugly, I feel like Jaylen Brown and Jayson Tatum don't know who's going to lead, who's the alpha. And that's where I think they mess up at a lot of time, man. When you stuck on sticking to the game plan, you continue to shoot threes, and them guys could do more, a lot more. And I think that's what happens to them. They shoot themselves out instead of trusting their talent. You know, Jayson Tatum out there, he could do more than just step back threes. Jaylen Brown, I seen him dribble for 20 seconds yesterday towards the end, playing around with Quinn Grimes.
Quinn Grimes locking him up.
And this playoffs has been some corner, like the other guys have stepped up and made.
You said it was a corner.
It was a corner playoffs, a corner do playoffs, and Quinn Grimes was one of the reasons I feel like they won yesterday. The energy change, and Peyton Pritchard the other day.
Yep.
So it's gonna take the others to step up for sure. I need a Derek White moment.
That I think is one of the biggest issues with that Celtics squad. Derek White averaging 8 points per game in this series, shooting
8 points per game.
8 points per game,
The
shooting
same one you was vouching for.
30% from the field, 21% for 3.
Trash.
So it's time for him to step up and show the Olympian and all that. I feel like it's time for that. But Embiid, like Skip said, I was thinking the same thing. He was everything the alien could be. Like watching the alien, all the things he accomplished. I feel like Jalen Embiid could have done the same thing if healthy.
I don't think it's good as a defender, but Embiid has made all defensive teams in his career, so he's shown his ability.
Not the block, so of course he's 7'6",
But
that's different. But you haven't seen a big that could do everything on the offensive end, like shoot threes, post, dribble, dunk, athletic. And to say he's lazy, I don't think he had all that coming into the NBA. He was just a big, you know. I didn't see him shooting threes. I didn't see him ball handling like that. So I feel like he worked on it. For sure, he stays in the gym, but being hurt, it's nothing you can really do. You gotta take time off. And if he could have one of them Kawhi seasons like Kawhi had this year, before it's over, I feel like you'll see another MVP for sure.
For sure. I mean, started his career with injuries.
Jayson Tatum is the best on the floor right now.
Jayson Tatum is the best.
And Paul George is showing him he's the old version of him too. Paul George been playing very well too.
I mean, that Sixers big three is we didn't get a lot of huge sample size of them this season or throughout their time together in Philly, but when healthy, which is obviously a big hit if.
The better team is Philly.
The better
on
team?
paper. Like as far as
Boston
players.
is the better team, but they don't put fear in people like OKC because they always like have a 20-point lead. And like with New York last year, how many times they was up that series and lost every game?
But hear
Like
what
they
I'm
don't
saying.
never keep their foot on people's neck.
Hear what I'm saying? So the Magic, right? The Magic in Detroit, you wouldn't say that the Magic throughout the whole season was a better team than Detroit, right? Due to the
What they
record.
was supposed to be.
Just due to the record. Even then, you say they was 3 or 4 or 5, right?
Better team on paper.
So on paper, you look at the actual players and you say, this is our roster. I'm saying Philadelphia, which is why I would pick them over Boston on paper because of who they have and the possibilities and potential of what they can do on the floor. Maxey, Eshcombe, Paul George, Kelly Oubre, Quinn Grimes with a healthy Joel Embiid with a Drummond. But look, with a Drummond behind him, like you got a good team. Now you tell me the Boston Celtics team, right now, roster-wise, you only gonna name 3-4 guys.
No.
That you're gonna be like, oh, these guys are good. They're gonna show up against those guys. They'll play well. And really, only 3 of them are you gonna be like, I can depend on these guys from the Boston Celtics to show up. The rest of the guys are variables.
No. Peyton Pritchard is
He's number 3. He's the 3rd.
You got Nick Vukovic, who's been an all-star.
He's been hurt half
you got
the
Darren
time.
Wright, that's an Olympian. You
No
can't
way.
say that.
8 points a game
That's 'cause-
in the series. Who else? Kada? Who you depending on? Hauser? None of those guys are matching up to what I'm saying on this side.
Yeah.
These are proven guys that we like, hey, on paper, they should beat them.
If you go player for player,
Player for player.
you got Tatum and Brown, but you got Embiid and Maxey.
That's what I'm saying. After that, you matching up who? Eshcombe and Pritchard?
You got PG and
PG and who? Hauser?
White, yeah.
Derek White?
And
Right?
Jayson Tatum and Jalen Brown.
Is Maxey and Embiid?
But he's hurt, though. You got to add that.
Not
You can't
hurt
just
right now.
say
He
on
wasn't
paper.
hurt last night.
He's how long? He played, 30
Played
games this
2
year?
games. He
How
played
many
2 games. The
He
last 2
33?
games he played. So don't base it on what
That's
we see.
what we basing it
No,
on.
we're not. We're talking about on paper right now. The roster's as configured right now. Player for player, Philly's the better team. But coaching wise and what they've done, you have to give it to Boston because the pedigree, we've already won one. We have experience. We know how to play together. So you got to get an edge to Boston. But I'm just saying, talent for talent,
Right.
the 76ers should be able to make it a 7-game series and make it something worth it.
But explain this to me, and to your point about blasphemy, talking about Boston. You've got 2 first-team All-NBA kind of players as your alphas, and you have a 13-point lead at home in a closeout game. And this is early 3rd quarter. One of the alphas has to say, that's enough of that. I got this. And yet, the catalyst for this team, the detonator that they wait on, especially at home, is a little 6-foot white guy.
Peyton Pritchard.
Little white guy built like a fullback. Am I right?
New age Caucasian, Skip. New age Caucasian. Most black and mild, shoots dice.
Right? But still, does he look like a basketball player to you? Because he doesn't look like one to me.
He's a 6-foot Nick
Right?
Young, man.
Hey, but he-
White Nick Young, man.
Yeah, okay, but he's stout. He's built like a fire plug, and he just doesn't look basketball-y to me. He looks like a football player. And yet, they just wait on him to detonate the home crowd the way he took Philly's crowd out of it in the previous game when he makes 6 threes at Philadelphia for 32 points. And last night, he goes 1 of 4 from 3, and the crowd's just like, oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Because if he just makes a couple in a row, the roof blows off that place, and the visiting team is in big trouble.
Yep.
And last night, he couldn't. And then in the 4th quarter, this is incomprehensible that you have Jayson Tatum and Jalen Brown, who a lot of people were pushing for MVP this year up until Jayson Tatum came back. And you got not one of you 2 or Peyton Pritchard or somebody, Derek White, who I have a lot of respect. He's got credentials, man, because
But,
even in San
got a
Antonio,
lot.
he had
Yeah.
credentials. And now he's in the worst slump of his life, because I looked at the last 6 games, he's 9 of 41 from 3. So he just can't buy one, and he couldn't buy one last night. And you can just see in his eyes, like, you guys really want me to shoot? He had a corner 3 that could have turned it late.
Yep.
And he hesitated.
You know, like, I missed it badly. Well, then how can you allow that to happen? This is a closeout game, and I just sat there in awe watching it, saying, one of you two, you're not going to show in the fourth quarter? Because Tatum took 2 shots in the fourth quarter.
I said they argue who teams is it, and when it get ugly, that's why I feel they mess up at.
So let's talk about the Celtics squad. Celtics are averaging nearly 47 three-point attempts per game this postseason. So in their 3 wins, shooting 42% from distance, but just 27% in their 2 losses. We're 11 for 39 in Game 5.
It's live by the 3, die by the 3.
Yeah.
Though.
They stick to that plan too much.
Yeah, and I like what you said about that. Yeah. When you stick to the plan, you can see it's brilliant in a way what you're saying because when you say stick to the plan, a lot of the fans don't understand when the coach has the game plan and you're like, let's stick to it, but it's not working, right? It's
not working.
And now you're like, well, what do we do? Because as the alphas, you're supposed to take the wheel and let me drive this ship the way I feel like it should go, and coach give me the freedom to do that, right?
Sure.
But then it's so much of trust the game plan, trust that we're going to make 3s eventually, and like you said, they got cold, right, between the 2 stars, and now we're looking for the detonator. He's also cold too.
Cold.
And now we don't have any confidence with Derek White. He's super cold. Now we did get 1 good 3 from Hauser. It was a deep 3. It was like, okay, whoo. Ooh. But that's not enough. Vucevic is not hitting the 3s. No. You don't got Shireman coming out there doing things that he was doing early season. So it's really kind of like, well,
there's no plan B to it.
There's no plan B. There's no plan B. That's what he's saying about sticking to the plan.
Like, if you have two all-stars, then one of them says, I'm cold tonight from distance, so I'm just going to put my head down. I'm going to take it to the rack. I'm going to get to the free throw line, but they don't plan B it. They just keep jacking 3s.
Yep. And there's no real drive and kick scenarios for them. Yeah. It's drive and try to get a bucket for both of them.
Yeah. And
then that's where you see Quentin Grimes playing defense and like cutting them off. It's like you had the ball for 20 seconds, JB.
And shot it at the free throw line. I said, come on.
And then you're trying. That's not the flow that they used to. And I think that's the difference where you say follow the game plan. They're doing too much of that at some point, especially in the fourth quarter.
And when a game's like that.
Close out though, think about it. Think about how they're not really tripping.
That's why I was saying, like, they playing around.
They're playing around. They're like, we'll get the next one.
Yeah.
It's cool.
The math suggests the Celtics can do that in 4 or 7 games, right? If they can be hot from 3, then they can win a series. But does it feel like they're starting to play with fire a little bit by relying on that long-distance shot?
When they was playing against Dallas in the championship, Jaylen Brown like that, picking up full court, doing them type of things like that. That fire, that Boston, I feel like nobody could beat that team right there.
Well, you got to look. Jaylen Brown had a whole different incentive of not having to pick up the slack.
30 points a game.
Right. He's literally like, I'm going to do this. I got Drew over here, got Porzingis over here. We got guys who could pick up the slack. But now you lose that, and you depending on 2 other guys who is Pritchard and Derek White, who's not Porzingis and Drew Holiday, that you're like, do I trust them? No, I got to pick up the slack. And I think he kind of gets tired after a while. He's kind of burnt out at this point. He has to stop this guy and come over here.
It's hard to pick up somebody full court and then try to get 30.
Man, different type of conditioning, man.
In the finals, Luka shot 22% from 3, in large part because of Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. It's going to be different, but I actually like Philly pushing them to 7. I would hope that would be the scenario for the series. Not to say that Boston doesn't deserve to win it, I think this last game.
Do you think Boston wins the next one?
Joel Embiid is an anomaly, bro.
They do that too.
He's an anomaly. You don't know how to plan for him.
Yep.
But I feel like they're not gonna play around from the start to finish this game.
What is not playing around? Does that mean making shots?
When you up 13, the whole game looked like they thought Philly quit. That's what it looked like Lakers against Houston on Sunday. Like it looked like they thought they had the game already too.
Yeah.
And when Philly turned it on, it was hard to just.
For sure.
Yeah,
that's
turn
what
that
it looked
button
like.
back on.
That's what it looked like. It looked like they started turning it up, and it was like, "Are y'all gonna do something about this?" And they just kept turning it up.
Yeah.
It looked like that.
Just for the record, in case it does get to a Game 7 back in Boston, this is what Embiid has done in his 3 Game 7s, none of them in the conference finals, but he's lost all 3.
For real?
Remember the Trae Young Hawks at Philly? That was a Game 7 conference semifinals.
Kawhi?
Yeah, well, then that was the next one. But in the Trae Young game, Joel had 8 turnovers. Okay, so it's hard to
Doing too
overcome
much.
8.
Yep.
And then the Kawhi game where the ball's bouncing all around the rim at Toronto. In that game, Joel was 6 of 18 and 1 of 6 from 3. He was not an anomaly in that game. I mean, he was a weird anomaly, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then at Boston, James Harden didn't show up either, but Game 7 at Boston, Joel was 5 of 18 and 0 for 4 from 3. So you can see 3 Game 7s, and Joel, we just saw the sound where he's saying, I don't want to go through another offseason wondering about what if. Well, if he gets a shot at Boston, in Game 7, let's see, can he go unicorn? Can he go alien? Because he's capable.
I don't think he has a choice.
Yeah.
But the numbers suggest that.
But that's the great thing about numbers and history, right?
Yeah,
you change it.
You can change it.
You can actually say, all right, numbers say you're not going to show up in 7 games. Like, we've seen this over and over again. But this is the opportunity to change that. And I think he's grown.
Yeah.
If you think about his maturity, he's just grateful to be able to be back out there. Like, bro, my knee almost took me completely out of this thing. Let me mature basketball-wise and understanding where to get my spots, where to get easy shots. Efficiency is everything in the game today. And I think that's what we've lost is the efficiency. And I think he's trying to get that back based on those numbers and those finals appearances or those Game 7 appearances. You can't have that as your alien guy, 5 for 16 or 5 for 18. You can't have none of those. So I think
you just can't. And you've never lifted this franchise to even a conference final. That's just mind-blowing to me.
I'm trying to think of what defense will Boston do, because you can't put Derek White on them like how
like
OKC
Wemby,
be doing with.
You can't front them. They was trying to front the post.
I'm trying to see. I would let Kelly shoot threes. Who would you leave?
He's the only one that ain't got hot yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would let him.
Hot.
I would double off him.
I'll let Edgecombe shoot.
VJ.
Just
VJ.
cut.
Yeah.
Just cut.
And he a rookie?
Yeah, he a rookie. But he's proven in the game, too,
But he been missing
that he can actually shoot it.
Yeah.
He been missing them threes lately.
Yeah, he has.
And it has given the Celtics a 30-piece on their court
has.
before
He has.
early in his career. But looking at the Sixers' big three, played 23 games together this season, 12 and 11 in those games that have not won a home playoff game in this series with it shifting back to Philly for Game 6. So what do the Sixers need to do if they want to force a Game 7?
Scouting report-wise, you got to play fast. You got to play fast, and that's going to be hard with Joel on the floor because he needs to slow the game down in order to get to his spots. And the pick and pops that they do when they play Edgecombe at the 4, they look a little bit more spread out, like they can actually play, drive, and kick. But I don't think it's offense that they need to focus on. I think they need to figure out how to sustain Boston's 3 points and how to rebound and go. Second chance points are always something that Boston continues to do to get the second chance points and get the 3 off the second chance points.
Man,
that's where they
like
actually
4
shoot a high
rebounds
percentage. Yeah. They get the rebound, kick it
pass
out
up
to that
3.
guy, he hits the 3. Hauser gets a lot of his threes that way, where he might miss the first one. They get the offensive rebound and kick it back to him. He's not going to miss 2 in a row. Same for Jayson Tatum. Letting those guys get comfortable is something you cannot do. Paul George has to up his defense and almost focus primarily on doing what Jalen Brown did to Luka. I have to focus on stopping one of these 2 guys and make that my primary mission. Andre Drummond has to step up and do more. I feel like depending on Joel to just carry everything on his shoulders is different, but I think if he steps in and he actually bring something different than just trying to step out and shoot a couple threes. Like, need him to be a presence.
Yeah, but he been hitting that.
He do hit him. He do, and he hitting his free throws
I've been
too.
shocked he hitting them threes.
He hit his free throws too.
He made one last night.
Man.
Wow.
I think giving Grimes more opportunity to be second tier Edgecombe,
Yeah.
I think that'll be good for them.
I don't know. When Philly win, they stars has big games. When they won in Philly, Maxey was killing White. Yesterday, Embiid unstoppable. So I feel like other teams don't really need their star players to do that much every night to win a game. So that's why I don't pick Philly over Boston. That's why I think Boston, because you ain't gonna have them nights every night. Maxey was hitting every shot, I feel like. Game 3, or was that game 3? Yeah, when they won.
Game 2.
The one they won.
The game 2 they won.
At
Everything.
Boston.
Yeah.
And everything, man.
But he was being aggressive.
He was.
Yeah.
Ultra aggressive. And I think last night he was having spurts of aggression, which opened it up for
But guess
Embiid.
what else he had? He had 10 rebounds last
He
night.
did have 10. I seen that.
That's like-
Embiid had 4.
But that was like Westbrookian to me, where you're just like battling your ass off for every loose ball. And
But it's win or go home at
It
this
is.
point. So that's how he
Yeah.
was playing. Like, I need to make sure
Right.
I
When
cover
you
the
think
board.
It's
Yeah.
over. NBA season is over for a lot of people.
A lot of
people
people.
outside. I'm just really focused on this, like it's still the season, but
Yeah.
it's over for
Win
a
or
lot
go
of-
home. Cancun on 3 on me.
Man,
Tequila on me.
Man.
For sure.
But to me, in Game 6, you just got to feed the beast. I mean, if you have to play slow, just play his speed, because
Yeah.
he can't run up and down the floor. But he did last 39 minutes last night at Boston.
Did.
And Vucevic and Cater, they got no chance, man.
chance.
That's your one big mismatch.
that's what I was saying. Who would you send to help too? Because you got to
I-
send.
You gotta help.
You
off
got to
them.
send somebody.
And that's
to
a
help.
good. That's a good.
So I'm like, who
segue,
you'll
too.
leave open?
If you were doing your percentages on that double team, you got to double Joel.
You got to.
Who you coming off of?
Is it Kelly and VJ?
all those guys, they're
capable.
capable.
deadly
They're capable shooters for
Yeah.
sure. Especially if you got PG, Grimes,
Yeah,
That's
all
what
of
I'm
them.
and
saying.
Oubre out there.
You see one go in?
And then let me have VJ in the slider, slasher, diver. Go dive and dunk that bitch every now and again.
Yeah, I mean, you think, let's leave what is he, 20 years old? Let's leave the kid,
leave him.
you know,
Yeah,
just
that's what-
let's
Make him
dare
beat
him.
us. Yes, make
but
him beat us.
you know what? He's a grown man to me. He's shown me where you don't mess with him.
Yeah, he actually does have that persona
Yeah.
where I'm in the moment. Feels kind of like Ant-Man-ish.
Yeah.
Like he
got that
gives that
attitude. He be
Ant-Man-ish
talking that,
attitude.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you
He
don't
keep
think I'm
talking.
ready for this?
Yeah.
And he's shown it throughout the season in certain moments where we're looking for him to show up, and he shows up.
In fact, he keeps shooting when he misses.
That's a good and
That's
bad
that's a
thing.
good and bad, but shows the kid got
Last
heart.
thing before we move on. So B came back, Game 4 Sunday. Game 5 was Tuesday. Game 6 Thursday if they can win that. Game 7 Saturday. 4 games in 6 days or whatever that is.
They don't want to do that.
That's
And then have to play New York after.
just so
don't
do we think
wanna
he
do
can
that. They don't
sustain?
wanna
He
do
got
that.
2 more left in him, or is the rest of the team going to have to pick him
You
up?
sure they're going to play New York?
It's 3.
Hey.
2, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, because both of them can't win on the road, I feel like, so.
It's tough. Like you said, if they don't make those adjustments as far as doubling Embiid or doing something, it could be tough for Boston. I hate to say it because everybody's picking them as the clear-cut winners.
But it will still be 2s versus 3s, though.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
But if you slow the game down, if you Philly, you slow the game down, the game benefits you because it's going to be less threes.
fast breaks, yeah.
And if you're executing on the offensive end and you're not a long shot, long rebounds and get them out,
boring for them, they don't like that. Yeah.
and you start picking them up full court, you shorten the game down a lot.
Yep.
So now it's 14 seconds on the shot clock when you're starting. You're shooting the ball with 3 seconds left on the shot clock, and it's contested. We're living with percentages at this point.
It's time for Derek White, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Derek White.
Derek White got
like
you
140, right? Did he get 100?
Yeah, he, 170 or something?
Something like that, close to 200. He needs, it's time.
So you guys talk about the Knicks and Hawks. Let's shift over to that series. So after suffering back-to-back 1-point losses in games 2 and 3, Knicks made a statement in game 4, leading by as much as 24 points in the fourth quarter. Both teams pulled their starters. Cat messed around, dropped his first career playoff triple-double in game 4 to help the Knicks tie the series. Big Bodega, just the fourth player in Knicks playoff history to accomplish the feat. Cat and his Knicks teammates celebrated the win by eating some of the iconic lemon pepper Lou flavored Magic City wings. Series headed back to Madison Square Garden for a crucial Game 5, with the winner of that game going on to win the series nearly 82% of the time. Jalen Brunson had his lowest scoring output of the series in Game 4, but gave the Knicks faithful another legendary performance in Game 5. Let's take a look at the highlights, if we can, please. New York took control of the game from start to finish, outscoring the Hawks 35-22 in the first quarter, taking a 16-point lead into the break and leading by as much as 32 points in this game. The Knicks captain got to cooking early and often, exploding for 39 points and 8 assists. Brunson was 15 for 23 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3. It was his franchise record 22nd career 30-point playoff game and his 13th playoff game with 35-plus points and 5-plus assists. Cat followed up his triple-double with a double-double, scoring 14 of his 16 points in the first half and adding 14 boards and 6 assists in the game. And OG Anunoby, who's been playing solid all series, added 17 points and 10 rebounds. On the Hawks side, Jalen Johnson put up 18, 10 boards and 6 assists. And Nikhil Alexander-Walker and Dyson Daniels combined for 33 points on 13 of 22 shooting. But C.J. McCollum had his worst game of the series. The Hawks hero in games 2 and 3 finished with just 6 points and 4 turnovers, 3 for 10 from the field, missing both his three-point attempts, all 3 of his free throw attempts. Brunson had 17 points in the fourth quarter, got a standing ovation from the home crowd. Knicks had a plus 21 rebound advantage and were plus 18 in points in the paint to secure the decisive win. So New York has an average margin of victory of more than 18 points per game in their 3 wins, with both losses coming by just 1 point. Now they head back to Atlanta with a chance to reach the second round for the 4th straight season. So Shaq, we will start with you. What did the Knicks show you in their Game 5 win over the Hawks?
They showed me that Jalen Brunson loves playing at home, and whenever he's in his groove, they rally around him and his energy. And I think that starts with Cat establishing that he's going to play in the post. I think when he plays on the perimeter, it's a different game. It's harder for Jalen Brunson to get into his groove because everybody's out on the perimeter. But the moment he's on the post, establishing himself, that gives Jalen Brunson a whole different perimeter of movement when it comes to his mid-range shots and being able to probe. And I think that that's the difference maker. As good as New York can be with Jalen Brunson being hot, we've seen them be very, very bad when him and Cat don't know how to be on the same page. And I think historically, between the two of them playing together, it's better when Brunson's hot than it is when Cat's hot. But I think also when you got somebody like Jalen Brunson that can carry your team at that size and he's taking the matchup serious out there, you have a better chance of winning. My thing is right now is with the Atlanta Hawks is why they change up their philosophy defensively when it comes to Cat and Brunson. They played well with Brunson one game and then they let him get off the next because they're afraid of the other guys hitting shots. Percentages are going to show you that you're going to let Bridges, you're going to let Hart, you're going to let OG, you're going to let those guys shoot. They're going to shoot you in the game or shoot you out of the game. I'd rather take that chance than let Jalen Brunson give me 40 and give the energy to the home crowd and take us out of the game. They didn't load the boxes. They didn't force Jalen to pass the ball. I think that's the number one scouting report I would use going into this next game. Force him to have 12 to 15 assists. He has to have a low scoring output game and a very high passive output game where OG and those guys are hitting spot up shots based on him probing. I'm taking those chances as Atlanta because we have a better chance of them missing those shots and getting out to the races and playing our game. Their game is not half court. As much as C.J. McCullough can play, he got ate up just simply because you're stagnant and you have to play defense on the other end against Jalen Brunson. You and Dyson Daniels is trying to figure out who's going to get this clip in your face every time down instead of what he was doing before, which was preserving his energy just for scoring. And now that he has to play defense, it's going to be a little bit different. So they need to get back to the basics of making the other guys play on New York and then speeding the game up for themselves. Jalen Johnson, Kuminga, they play better when they're in transition. They play better when they're playing defense. Okongwu, is that his name?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Okongwu's got to play. He got to play. He's got to show up and play, especially defensively. I don't think he's imposing his will. He's playing small. Jalen Johnson is playing small. He's not taking the challenges of actually going to guard Cat when you need to. And I think once you do those things, it changes the trajectory of how your team is going to show up to every game.
So, Swaggy, let's shift over to you. What did the Knicks show you in their Game 5 win over the Hawks? Take a 3-2 lead in the series.
I don't know. This way you judge the stars of the team, man. I think Jalen Brunson and Towns showed up to the occasion. Like McCann said, I think if you start off early playing through Towns, establish him, get him confidence, get him going, it opens up for Brunson for sure. But I think McCullough really, I don't think he could do that every night at this age. At his age, he can't give you 32 and then 23. He can't sustain that. A lot of people ain't like the King, you know. I know I come back to the King.
The King is 7 years older than he is, right?
You know, it's hard to do that.
It is, Swaggy.
But I feel like they got away from the game plan. And being a young team, that happens. New York did what they supposed to. The veteran team been together for longer, know each other, been around each other, been in situations like this. And when you get it going, when you find a role, I think the coaches have started playing more players too. I think they need to get Bridges back going, because he done lost all confidence, and you could tell the coach bring him out. He played 19 minutes the other night. So, I feel like New York's still in trouble. They're just playing a team that they're better than right now, just because they're the togetherness. They've been together. They established Brunson, Towns know who they are in the NBA right now. And the Hawks are still trying to find that. They don't know if Jalen Johnson is a star. Then you got Alexander coming into a new role where he feels like he the leader of the team, or is he the star? Then you see McCullough showing flashes of Blazers days versus when they went to the semifinals and got punked by us, you know. But New York, they gonna be in trouble. That's why I don't trust New York going to the finals.
You do not trust New York?
I do not trust them.
Reaching their first finals this century. But you talk about C.J. McCollum quickly, had that 32-point game, game 2. Since then, scoring's gone down in each of the last 3 games, 23 in game 3, 17 game 4, 6 points in game 5. But let's shift over to you.
Last night, to me, for the New York Knicks, that was fool's gold. I give the Hawks a great chance of winning Game 6 at home and a good chance of winning Game 7 back in the Garden.
Ooh, shit. Steve A. Smith, listen.
And I apologize to a lot of my friends who are Knicks fans, our producer Rob, my man Stephen A. I'm sorry, I just don't trust this team even against the Hawks. Last night was fool's gold because the stars came out in New York. It's just Celebrity Row is the front row. It's Chalamet and Kylie Jenner and Tina Fey and Tracy Morgan and
Fat Joe.
Yeah,
all of them.
They come out for their team though. I like
They
that.
do be showing up.
They do show up.
Ben Stiller's
Ben
there.
Stiller out there.
And Patrick is there and Clyde is there and Carmelo is there.
Melo is there. Everybody.
Okay.
Jeez.
And Marbury.
Yeah, that's correct. Jalen rose to the occasion, and he gives you 39 on only 23 shots. But what got me was he took 23, and next on the team in shots attempted
8.
is 8. And it's Josh Hart and OG. They take 8. And Cat takes 7 shots last night, but did have 6 assists. And to me, he is happy to just hand it over to Jalen and say, you do this, because I don't like the pressure of this, especially at home. I'm going to stay out of harm's way. I'm going to give you the basketball and hope you score the basketball and make me look good. And I'm going to just stay a little off radar here, because I don't think he wants to be on radar in New York City at this moment.
You think that is contribute to him playing good or bad? Like when he plays good, it looks like he likes the pressure. When he plays bad, it looks like he shrinks immediately.
Well, listen.
Brunson?
Towns.
Yeah,
Oh,
Towns. Is he not?
for sure.
Look, Jalen Brunson is 6 feet tall, maybe. And what he did, it's just extraordinary. I give it up, what you did last night in front of Celebrity Row. You did that. But their best player is Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, as far as just firepower, what do we give him? 6'11" and shoots threes.
Rebounds.
He does it all. And when he gets in that aggression mode, which isn't often because he's more kitty cat to me mostly, but come on, man. He's it. And last night he's like, I'm just happy over here. You do it. You take care of it. And look, the Hawks, you know how it goes in the playoffs. There are these games like this one last night. They just did not show up from the jump. I mean, literally, it's 35-22 after quarter. Look at the rebounds last night. 48-27?
Insane.
Are you kidding me? You talk about getting punked. That's getting punked to me. And they don't make any threes. And then CJ, he just looked old last night. I don't know, he looked like he was 44, right?
He's in New York.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be the new villain in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he wasn't last night. And he goes 3 of 10, as Josiah pointed out, 0 of 2 from 3, and then he missed all 3 of his free throws. And he's like, I ain't playing tonight, man.
Yeah.
You're not? I bet he plays in Game 6.
Oh,
I just bet he does.
For sure.
And here's what happens. If Atlanta somehow wins Game 6 by 1 point, because it seems like that's how they do it, then you go back to the Garden and it's Celebrity Row, and all of a sudden the celebrities that Jalen Brunson fed off last night, all of a sudden they're on the edge of their seats and the pressure just goes through the MSG roof and they can't live up to it. Because no city wants its team to go places more than that city wants its team. They go crazy in New York City for that team in these kind of moments. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if the Knicks lose by 1 point in Game 7 at home. That's what it shapes up.
They ain't won a Game 7, 2 years back to back?
Yeah.
Against Pacers?
Yeah.
And what was the year OG got hurt in that?
Because
Because I know back-to-back year Game 7s they lost.
They've lost back-to-back.
It's unconventional. Everything you just said is depending on the crowd and Jalen Brunson in the Game 7. How much pressure is on the city to win that game?
What?
To win that game.
So Pacers in 2024, but then they lost in 6 in 2025.
6. Okay. Yeah.
Lost in 6. So the pressure is on if they can, if we're saying a big if,
Yeah.
they reach 7
Oh, let's go
and
7.
don't close out.
It's over. It's some questions.
Like we're talking about New York drowning itself in a little island. They all jump off the bridge.
They're going to get rid of everybody.
Man, it's
Even
like the
themselves.
pressure's on. Yeah, they got
They'll
to
get rid of the fans.
Man, change the logo and the whole nine. Like it's
Yeah.
just a different energy, like you said. Like
Yeah.
7 games in New York, close out, make or break. Oh my Lord, Jalen. Hey, and
They
this
really
is my
believe
question.
in this team, though.
And this is my question, though. When has Jalen Brunson ever taken the fall? Has he ever been in position to take the fall? Like Karl Anthony Towns has taken the fall.
Yeah.
Julius
Everywhere.
Randle took the fall.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson has been off the hook in a lot of these scenarios where they still haven't went this way. And we're giving you you're the guy.
It's going to be Bridges this time.
It gotta be, because he's the only one not performing, right?
Yeah,
so you say, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but you also supposed to take us over the top.
Over when game was on the line.
He did.
He did turn it over.
But I never see him taking the blame. Well, not necessarily taking the blame.
Mike Brown this time. He'd be the.
Oh, yeah, Mike Brown. Yeah. That's ready to get rid of him.
Easy target.
Yeah, easy.
Easy target.
Yeah.
So after Game 4, discussions about whether the Knicks offense should run through Cat or Brunson. Brunson appeared to make a statement in Game 5, like we mentioned, taking those 23 shots. I don't think anybody else in the starting lineup took double digits. He was more off ball in that game, and they were running a lot of stuff through Cat. But is the Knicks offense better running through Jalen Brunson or the Big Bodega moving forward?
Man, I mean, it's Brunson or bust to me. It's just who they are. They're built around him, and as Rashad points out, he's kind of infallible. You know, like he's beyond criticism. He's got the greenest light you'll find this side of Christmas trees, right? And it's that last night was the essence of the Knicks, where he's going to take 23 shots and he's going to take 15 more than anybody else takes. And the problem with it is that I'm not saying he's Allen Iverson, but he's Iverson's size.
He's something like it, though.
He's something like that, right? He's in the ballpark of it somewhere. But Iverson took that team as far as he could get it. He got it to the finals. It's incredible. That's like one of the great achievements in the history of the sport, right?
Yep.
And then you know what happened, because it's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
And with Brunson, I'm telling you, he's no more than 6 feet tall, and you can. There's a literal ceiling to how far he can carry a team,
Right.
Because Dyson Daniels is really good. You know, those guys, CJ is wily good, and they can make it hard on him if the whole team is locked in, especially at home.
Yeah.
And so to me, it's just him or bust. It's who they are. It's how they were made, and that's their fiber and their character and their backbone is him. So I do like his backbone more than I like Carl Anthony's backbone.
Yeah, you know his hey, you can't say that on
No?
He's 2 for 2, Skill. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
He said the backbone.
like his backbone. Yeah.
We give him a pass, bro.
Pass.
This
Yeah,
is season 1, man.
season
Season 1, he good.
Yeah.
He with us now.
But
he with us. You with us, man. We let you go. Let him go. He
Jalen
cool.
Brunson done hit some clutch shots, though. He hit a lot of clutch
No,
shots.
he always does.
Yeah, he always
He
does.
hit some. I just thought about that. Yeah.
Well, when you say, like, is it better off with who's leading the team, I don't think Cat has ever been the driver.
No.
I don't think we've seen him in the driver's seat. And when he is,
They tried it, though.
they tried it when he wants to shoot the three. He wants to shoot the three more than he wants to do what you said he's efficient at, which is imposing his will on the defense, being aggressive, driving those bigs. This shouldn't be a series where Cat doesn't dominate, similar to Joel Embiid against the Boston Celtics, where you got two bigs can't guard you. Nobody on this front court is fucking with me. So Jalen Brunson and the rest of y'all should be rallying around my mismatches. And we should be imposing our will, showing different elements of our team, different dimensions of our team. We only show one dimension, which is Jalen Brunson and what he does. But the other dimensions, as far as Cat being able to mid-post, pick and pop, drive to the lane, throw it in the post.
He floats around at three too much.
He do too much of the other shit that doesn't make me feel comfortable giving you the keys and say, hey, drive this.
But we can't force leadership on it a lot. I think he try to force Cat to be a leader, and he's not that. He's not the guy that's going to. And it's a lot of people like that. KD, he's not that.
Not the driver.
Yeah, not the driver, but it just got game.
Yeah, can't deny their game.
Can't deny their
But they
game.
take that as a slight, like we're trying to be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, you're showing us we can't let you drive this bitch. Who's driving this bitch? Stevie Wonder?
I mean, he is the highest paid player on the roster, though. So with that bread, doesn't that come the responsibility?
But would he be if Brunson don't take the deal he took?
Yeah.
Brunson took the deal he took for flexibility. It ain't got nothing to do with highest paid, because he would be, right?
He would be in the neighborhood, but Brunson third highest paid player on the team behind OG and Anunoby, just
250.
Keeping score. But neither here nor there. Let's shift to the Hawks real quick before we move on. So series now returns to Atlanta. Hawks facing elimination. Hawks starters have had a negative rating in each of the 5 games in the series so far. Benches had to come up big. Jonathan Kuminga has been hit or miss, but had some great games in this series. So what do the Hawks need to do if they want to keep this series alive? Skip, you seem to think that the Hawks are going to take this Game 6 to force a Game 7.
Obviously, you just have to make more threes, and you shot 13 of 42 last night from 3, and you got to get the home crowd in it. So in the first quarter, you need to make 4 threes in the first quarter and get that crowd going, because it's a good crowd, and it'll be ready. And they just need to. The whole pregame locker room focus should be we're gonna make somebody else beat us. Let's take Jalen Brunson out of this. Let's jump double him every time, hard double him, and see if somebody else can beat us at our house. That's what I'm doing. I'm daring somebody else to beat us, because I'm just not sure they're capable of beating us. And they just have to be ready to play, because they didn't care. They just looked like from the start that they were sleepwalking, and I don't know why. But we see this in these playoff series where a team just doesn't show up, and then it goes home and it looks like somebody else. And I think they'll look like somebody else, because you need that Tyrese Maxey thing in you where you're going to get 10 rebounds at 6'2" or whatever you are. That's what they need. Is just they got shamed on the backboards 48-27. You just need to take this personally and say, not in our house. Just play harder than the Knicks play.
And I think they're going to play better. Just young, being at home, playing in front of your home crowd. And I like what Atlanta is doing now. You see some of the same similar stars at the game now. I like they're embracing the culture of Atlanta. And they just got to muck it up, make the game ugly a little bit. Atlanta like to win through chaos, I feel like, because getting them rattled, making them sub Bridges out, making him look crazy. Like stuff like this, going after mismatches, and that's how they pull things out. Just continue to do with that, make them rattle New York up. Get Towns putting his hands up all day, like they gonna do this. Okay.
So after all that,
Skip, you said they need more 3-point shooting, right? They got Buddy Hield sitting on the bench.
They do.
Kispert sitting on the bench.
Yeah, they got in late last night, but
They got
They do got Buddy here.
Buddy and Kispert both shooting. Well, let's just say Kispert is shooting 35%, and there's someone else on there that's actually pretty good at the 3, Ricochet.
oh yeah,
He's shooting 36.
he's fallen out of the rotation.
Completely out. So Quinn Snyder needs to reevaluate what that changed. DMPs for sure.
On 3.
I think Dyson Daniels at this point is a liability. He's not shutting down anybody. He's actually out there not taking shots in the middle of the floor.
They're daring him.
They're daring him to shoot it, and I don't think that your defensive pressure and your defensive availability is changing the game. When we need points and we need 3-point shooting. So I'm subbing, like you got 3 point guards essentially between Daniels, McCullough, and Alexander Walker in the starting lineup. So
is he a point, or he's a 2, right?
He's just one of those dual guards that you can throw in. And he plays defense, but he plays fast too. But you got Nikhil and you got CJ. CJ is a defensive liability, but he's a veteran, savvy, experienced guard that can play both.
Yeah.
But when you need shooting, like you're saying, and you got Jalen Johnson out there, he's not playing the central role he was playing in the beginning of the season, which was point forward. He's now just playing forward.
Yeah.
Okongwu, he's not. I've never been sold on him because I know he's a very solid player. He plays his position well. Mm-hmm. He can shoot it. He can stretch it. He can
just solid.
Solid.
Just solid.
But if he's not giving you what you need, right?
Yeah.
You got to play either small and fast, or you got the other big kid.
Is Towns too big for Jalen Johnson? And
I've been saying Johnson should be guarded.
That's what I'm about to say. If you go small,
but they play Towns and Robinson together.
Oh.
Yes, that's what they've been doing. They've been playing them together, so it puts Johnson on Robinson and Kuminga and one of those guys on Towns.
Yeah.
That's why he goes to the post. But if you need three-point shooting, Buddy Hield, Ricochet, and Kispert need to be playing more minutes so that they can get out more microwavable points.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to win with this particular lineup. It's proven. You had a good game with McCullough, played great.
He gave you a game.
Gave you a game. And then you got Kuminga and those guys came off the bench and gave you another game to get you 2-1. Now you done lost 2 straight. And now it's kind of like, well, we need to change something. We can't keep playing the same way. So where's the offense going to come? Especially when you got a guy like Buddy Hield, make or miss, he can get hot.
Give you a picture moment.
He can definitely give you some Pritchard shit for sure.
For sure.
And if they're not taking advantage of that. Gabe Vincent shouldn't be on the floor.
Say they win. Win this game.
That's
Say
who
New
you're
York
looking
win.
for.
Win this game.
I've seen him in the NBA Finals.
When do the second round start? Say New York win and Boston win both game 6s. When do?
I'm sure the next couple of days after
On
that.
Saturday, this weekend. It'll be this weekend.
Yeah.
If
they both
that's what's gonna happen. Yeah.
This weekend is just they're gonna finish it out.
Boston, New York, Saturday or Sunday.
Really?
I think they stretch it out.
They got to play that long.
They got to. Ratings, storylines.
They can't have everybody go.
Rents do a new TV deal, a new streaming TV deal. That's why you got to make these games compelling.
Can't go 7 every round. Can't go 7 every round. And the finals gonna be a nasty game.
It's just gonna be stretched out.
Nah, it's gonna be
Lakers going 7.
OKC walk through versus.
Nah, that's right. We will see.
Nuggets gonna go 7. They gotta go.
OKC chilling right now.
Yeah, as they should.
And then they play the Lakers next.
May have Austin Reeves back, may not.
That's why you gotta stretch it so that Luka and them have more time to heal.
We may not see Luka.
You have to stretch it to 7. There's no other choice.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no other choice.
If you don't, they gonna be chilling again.
Chilling again.
Chilling again. That's what I'm saying.
4 games out of here.
Well, let's shift over to the Western Conference. Spurs handed the Blazers back-to-back losses in games 3 and 4 without and with Wemby, overcoming a 15-point deficit in game 3, 19-point deficit in game 4 to post double-digit wins in both of those games. Series returned back to San Antonio for game 5. And it took a team effort from the Spurs to clinch the series with a gentleman's sweep. Let's take a look at the highlights, if we can, please. Spurs shot 67% from the field in the first half, jumping out to a 20-point lead at the break. Their defense was also impressive, holding the Blazers to 35% shooting in the game, 23% from distance. 6 San Antonio players scored in double figures in this one. De'Aaron Fox followed up his 28-point performance in game 4 with a team-high 21 points along with 9 assists. Wemby stuffed the stat sheet yet again, putting up 17 points on 5 of 7 shooting, along with 14 rebounds and 6 blocks. Wemby, first player with consecutive games with 10-plus rebounds and 6-plus blocks since Hakeem in 1997. Julian Champagnie had his best game of the series, going 5 for 7 from deep and finishing with 19 points. Spurs up 21 entering the fourth quarter, but the Blazers tried to rally in the final frame, going on an 11-0 run to cut the deficit to single digits. But De'Aaron Fox had 13 in the final frame, including a stretch where he scored 9 straight for the Spurs to keep the game out of reach. So the Spurs go on to win their first playoff series since 2017. Will now await the winner of the Nuggets-Wolves series. Said they needed him in the clutch. Needed him to be the go-to guy on that occasion. Yeah, we see Wemby with that block. His father also very impressed
Shit out of here.
by that. Both sharing a smile during the game. So Wemby and his teammates were emotional on the bench at the end of this game, and the alien had this to say about winning his first career playoff series.
Yeah, when Mitch subbed everybody out, I saw all y'all have just a moment at the end of the bench. Why so much emotion after that?
Because it feels like a step past, step well done, you know. And I'm personally happy to see things are moving forward and in the right direction.
Moving forward in the right direction. So Skip, what did we learn about the Spurs in their first playoff series win in the Victor Wembanyama era?
Man, they look invincible to me. They have a closer who a year ago was chosen, voted most clutch, in De'Aaron Fox, and he was really good last night because they were in a bit of trouble, it felt like last night when it got down to 9, and he just said no. And they have the ultimate eraser, obviously, in the alien, who swatted Avdia's shot out of the gymnasium, you know, like it went completely out through the window and out into the street. I don't think I've ever seen a more forceful block than that one that was launched. If there's a record length of a block shot, that would have maybe set the all-time NBA record for length of travel of block shot. And yet, as excited as they were, because a lot of them are just playing their first playoff series, and as impressive as they are, and with the national media just going crazy for Wemby because he's such a draw and he's going to fuel the ratings from here on. And it feels like the national media is driving the bandwagon as Spurs are the favorite now. And yet and still, I look at the odds, the Las Vegas betting odds right here, right now, and Oklahoma City remains a prohibitive favorite. I mean, a runaway favorite, because Oklahoma City is minus 130 right now. Boston is the second favorite in Las Vegas at plus 490, and San Antonio is third at plus 550. So Vegas just keeps screaming back at all the hype. No, wrong. It's still Thunder, even though the Thunder are without their all-star co-star in Jalen Williams, and it's scary, man. It's just, and I just don't know. Is he going to play he played 33 games in the regular season. Now he's played 2 out of 4 playoff games, and I don't know if he's going to be in game shape with his hamstring pull on the other leg in time for what shapes up as the conference finals. And I don't know, without him at full strength and full shape strength, I don't know if they can withstand the firepower that this team displayed against Portland. And obviously they beat Oklahoma City 4 out of 5 times, but they beat the Thunder 3 times in 12 days very early. And just for the record, what happened in those 3 games was that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in those 3 losses shot 3 of 17 from 3, and then proceeded to shoot 39% from 3 for the season, which was his career high. So he just had 3 really bad games in 3 days, and maybe it's because of Stephon Castle and people, Vassell, getting up in him in ways that others can't. And yet that was the story of those games. And if you look at Wemby's performance against the Thunder this year, he played all 5 games. He just blocked a shot a game. So actually in the 5 games, Oklahoma City blocked more shots than San Antonio. It was 31-24 team blocks, and Wemby had 6. So he had 6 last night against Portland. He had 6 in 5 games against the Thunder. So they play against him pretty well. And because SGA just seemed to get better and better down the stretch, that he's so good in the clutch himself. By the way, over the last 14 games that he's played in the fourth quarters, he's made 16 of 17 shots in the fourth quarter. So he's just like ridiculously clutch. So Vegas is just saying, okay, we see that, but no, it's still all about the Thunder. And I don't think you're going to agree with that.
No, because Vegas has never really been right when they pick the first winners, right? The first winners when OKC won it all. Vegas wasn't favoring OKC to win it. It wasn't favoring Denver to win it. It wasn't favoring Milwaukee to win it.
They had Denver.
It wasn't favoring Boston to win it. Like the winners.
Last year, I think the Thunder, they were favored all year long.
Not against Denver, really.
No,
they were.
I think once the playoffs hit, it was up in the air based on Ant-Man and all of the different teams on the West that were playing well. But once they got to a certain point, it was like, okay,
didn't they have Denver over Minnesota before Ant-Man got hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vegas to me is iffy, but I look at the potential matchup in a mature aspect now. The maturity aspect for Chet Holmgren, when he played against Wemby in those early games, those 5.
Yep.
That was a personal matchup. And you got to think about that matchup from this standpoint. Wemby's coming off of injury, and he's on a minutes restriction. This was his first game against this team. We beat y'all 5 times. So much has changed since then, where you're talking about an even more mature SGA, a more mature roster as far as Caruso, Wallace, all of those guys, Isaiah Joe, all those guys are now playing with confidence, even Jalen Williams.
And A.J. Mitchell has assumed the co-star role.
Now he has to go back because remember, even then he was co-star while Jalen Williams was down.
He was.
And so now what I look at now is how San Antonio has to, with the mature approach, say, we're not the same team.
Yeah.
They're not the same team. We have a more mature Wemby who understands that I'm not taking it personal against him now. We need to take it personal against them now.
Yeah.
And this is us against them, not me against him. And I think Castle was taking it personal with SGA.
Yeah.
I think those guys were really wanting to shut him down. But like you said, SGA without Jalen Williams is tough on him.
Yeah.
Because now we have 3 guys that we can center around SGA. We can, those guys are going to hit shots. Wallace and Dort, they're going to hit their open shots. We can depend on that. But when you look at Keldon Johnson, you look at Harper, you look at the utility guys for the Spurs outweigh the utility guys for the OKC. And I'm looking at when this matchup happens, you say to yourself, who's going to be the outliers? Who's going to be the utility guy that takes us over the top outside of Wemby and SGA? And it's got to be De'Aaron Fox. There's no other matchup for you that should stop you. And it should be Champagnie. That 19 points you had, that's what I always say about them. Him and Harrison Barnes has to have good games every game. Whether it's 15, 19, 13, you got to give me some double digits, and we got to have some type of energy from you. But this particular matchup, I see San Antonio taking it there, but I don't see OKC bowing down. I don't see them not showing up at full capacity when it comes to Chet being more mature. He has actually looked very locked in. Yeah. He looks like a totally different player than he was when he was playing against Wemby then. And I think that should be the one thing that they should lean on is, Chet, you got to give us more in these matchups.
Yeah.
And Lou Dort and all you guys, I know you want to be heroes, but
even without Jalen Williams, though.
I like the Spurs. They look like they sent the message for, like, we not the future, we right now in this, but playing against OKC or any team other than the Blazers, you can't be down like that. You're not going to be able to come back from down 16 or something like that versus OKC.
Yeah.
You're playing the Blazers, a playing team at the end of the day. But I do see them, they can get past. I feel like they can get to the finals, but I don't feel like they're going to win it this year. I feel like New York or Boston would be a better team than them.
You think they would beat San Antonio?
I think for sure Boston would beat San Antonio.
Well, the Knicks beat them in the...
That's what I was thinking, I just don't feel like they mature enough yet, but it's just showing that the future is going to be through San Antonio.
You just don't like Wemby, man.
I love Wemby.
You
love Wemby now.
I'm
a liar.
I made Wemby
He's a
him.
liar. He said,
was
why
a lunchtime
we
ball.
gonna give him all the stuff now? Why we gotta
he
give
gonna
him?
get it in the future? Who
Why
else
can't he
gonna
get it now?
Does
Because he don't
deserve it now?
deserve
Yes,
it
he
now.
does deserve it.
You can't deserve it averaging 20 and what, 3, because you got 3 blocks?
No,
Like giving
because
it
we
to
were
J-
predicted
that's like giving it
11th.
to Jaden
We
Daniels.
were predicted
Jalen Johnson.
11th.
Jalen Johnson doing similar things.
No,
Yes.
we were predicted 11th. We are number 2. We
Where
beat the
was the
number
Hawks
1 team
predicted? The same.
4 times. We beat the
Hawks
number
wasn't
1
supposed to be
team.
number 5. The Hawks wasn't supposed to be number 5.
Though you said
6.
the Hawks.
6.
Yeah, 6-6.
The Hawks don't
I'm
have
just saying.
this
But it's
guy.
the Eastern Conference. But
But
Swag,
I'm just saying, they look like they're ready, but when you look at the games versus the Blazers, they was down every game almost.
But we can't say the Blazers don't got good players.
But no, you can't. They was a
On
playing
fa-
team.
They got good players that can play, and if you don't show up
But you can't
to
say
play,
that
they
when
will whoop
at
your
the
ass.
end of the day, they was a playing team.
Of course.
And you're going against the number 1 seed that won a championship, that's seen everything. You're going against a joker that won a championship, seen everything. You're
And
going
we
against,
beat y'all
if
4
Ant-Man's
times.
ready, if Ant-Man's healthy, you're going against a team that been to the Western Conference Finals. Them guys, they're not going to let, like OKC, what they did to Phoenix. Show no mercy. Swept their ass. You're going against a team like that. They're not.
Who are you talking about, the Blazers?
No, Phoenix and OKC.
Yeah.
I mean, they swept.
No, you saying that you're going against a team like that. You saying we going against a team?
Yeah, you be going against a team that got championship pedigree. They're not going to be down. They're not Boston where they're going to shoot themselves. I never seen OKC lose a 20-point lead like that.
Yes, you have, because you said that they was going to win during the season. You said OKC going to beat the Spurs by 20 this game. And guess what happened? They lost by 20.
But guess what happened? They was the number 1 seed without their Scottie Pippen or something.
39-10 in the regular season without Jalen Williams. 2-0 in the postseason without Jalen.
It's the reason why they resting him right now.
But he was playing during that
Because they
time.
know that they trust their team. Like when you have that type of confidence in your players and you've been there before, you're not rushing somebody back. They're not the Lakers. They don't need to rush AR back. They don't need to rush Ant-Man back. They know they trust their players. They've
But
been
you
there
also
before.
know that when he does come back, we've gotten our asses whooped with him on the team. We
I'm
don't
pretty
matter
sure
him
they
with
lost
him
last
or
year.
without him.
They lost the teams last year. Same way.
We talking about this year. We talking about that early in the year, man, you got your ass whooped with our guy. Now we're going to wait till him to get back and still be with the same excuse. He ain't fully healthy. He's trying to return from the injury. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Watch out.
You're down 16 to a
But we overcame it
You're
because
not overcoming that.
because as a team, when we have our
won't
alien on the
overcome that
floor,
to OKC.
what happens when we have our alien on the floor when he actually knows what to do to get us back into the game when we dig ourselves a hole? Let's get together and play defense one stop at a time. They are not like that. They just made a run as a good team.
What's Shea gonna do? The same thing.
We can get Shea in foul trouble.
How?
He can't guard those guys.
But, I mean, what did the Thunder do in the regular season against this Spurs squad? 1-4, like Skip pointed out. Smacked them. We were surprised by that. But you talk about San Antonio being down in games 3 or 4 at Portland. But game 3 without Wemby, Stephon Castle coming with 33, Dylan Harper 27.
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, game 4, Dylan
step up.
28 piece.
When did Portland become a team that we say, oh my God?
They beat over 8 different teams this year
They were
that were actually
amazing.
above. What I think it was
I
it
think
above
I
500.
want to say the Blazers gave the Thunder their first loss of the season too, if I'm not mistaken.
Hornets did
They
too.
played a lot of good teams well this season, bro. They're not a slouch. Their identity as a team doesn't really reflect their record. They play better than their record actually shows, especially against good teams, which is why they played the Spurs. What did we say before, Skip? We said that this particular series, the Blazers can go get 1 or 2 easily.
Yeah.
With or without,
They did.
this was with Wemby. Like they can go in there, they're pretty good.
The fact that he's saying that, I would have said they couldn't get no games against OKC. I would
way.
say the same
No
thing
way.
as Phoenix.
No way.
Same thing
No
as Phoenix.
way. They're even
Same thing as
they're a
Phoenix.
better
It would've been a
matchup
sweep.
against OKC.
It would have been a sweep.
On paper, they're a better matchup.
What happened in the previous game at Portland? Portland's up 17 and a half. Right?
We get to go and recalibrate it in the locker room.
That's not happening against OKC.
Yes, it is. It's happened.
I want them to be down 17.
We not worried about OKC because we know what they got.
I'm just saying, not right now. They're not ready.
I had no problem with that. Regular season is the regular season, though. The playoffs is the playoffs.
And Rashad, I got to defend SGA on one thing. You say they can get him in foul trouble.
Yes.
He did finish 5th in overall defensive win shares.
Man.
And he had 2 of his teammates finish ahead of him because Chet was 2 and Case and Wallace was 3. So, but my point is, the win shares say he is really good on defense. Obviously, he's not taking the guy on the other team because he's got Case and Wallace and Caruso and Dort.
That's the same way with Luka Doncic's win share would be up too, right?
Yeah, but it's not top 5.
It ain't top
Yeah,
5.
because
Yeah, you can't say
because
that.
it's Luka. Because
But
Luka's
thank you. So he
notorious
plays
for
defense.
not playing defense, right?
So, I mean,
but
he
his
plays
win
def-
share has increased based on him playing the worst defense, or the worst offensive player on the fucking floor. So I get the stats look great, but we talking about when you got to guard Stephon Castle. When
he
you got
good.
to guard
He good.
De'Aaron Fox.
Let him shoot.
When you have
Let
to
him
switch
shoot.
out and you have to
Let him
guard
shoot.
Wemby or
Let him shoot.
I mean, Castle can't shoot.
Let him shoot.
it
That's
ain't about
exactly-
let him shoot.
Yes, it is.
It's about stop me from driving.
That's easy.
You can't.
Don't
It
back
ain't
it up.
easy.
Let
It ain't
him
easy.
shoot.
It ain't easy. That's where you get your
They got no
fouls. Why do you
shooters,
think
bro.
Lou Dort and them get actual fouls? Because they're playing defense. If you don't get 4 fouls a game as a fucking basketball player, you're not putting any effort into playing defense.
No, who gets
Any
4 fouls?
effort.
Who gets 4
That means you're not playing defense.
No.
So if
That means
we're
you're
going
playing defense right.
if we're going at SGA, literally our game plan is to make sure we
That
take
don't
him out of the
sound
game.
right.
Shit.
That don't even sound right.
Shit.
Who has the better defensive team between Oklahoma City and San Antonio?
San Antonio
Overall?
by far.
No, it's
Come
by
on,
far.
see,
It's
that's what I'm
Oklahoma
saying,
City.
man.
By far.
Stop, man.
By far.
Yeah.
All of our guards can play. and we're not one-dimensional. So when you talk about actually the dimensions of defense, we don't just go out there chasing a bunch of guys around and hacking them and
I
holding
sound
them.
like that with
We're
Boston,
not doing
huh?
that. We're
I
not
sound
doing
like that
We're
with
guarding.
Boston.
We're guarding.
I sound
We're
like
playing
that with
with our
Boston.
hands high.
Okay, I sound like that
our
with
plus
LeBron with
minuses
the
is
Lakers
out
and
of the-
Boston.
Come on, man.
Okay, the defensive stats, defensive efficiency scream that Oklahoma City is much better than San Antonio.
Of course, they're the number 1 team in the NBA. They have all of these stats. But what does it say when we beat y'all
It says
4
you're
games
number
to
one.
1?
It says
Four-
you're number
didn't
one
say,
still.
It didn't say nothing.
But it
that
says you're
defense
number
didn't go glaring out of the fucking universe when we were whooping your ass 4-1.
says you're number
Where was
one.
the defense then?
Okay, but you won 3 games in 12 days. Then the next game at Oklahoma City, SGA played and killed you. Just
Yes.
shot you out of the building.
We gave you that.
Then the 5th game, SGA did not play. So I'll give you the first 3 in 12 days.
There you
That's
go.
what it was.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
It was a while ago, though.
We'll take it.
A while.
We'll take it. Nothing has changed on our. Well, a lot has changed on our side.
You do
A
have,
lot has changed.
You have won a playoff series. You do have Wemby now, a little bit more battle tested.
And he's playing more minutes, and we got a group of guys who are actually bought into what he does for the team. So I think it's going to be different.
Let's talk Wemby just a moment. Impressive in his first career playoff series, becoming just the 4th player in history with 80-plus points, 35-plus rebounds, and 15-plus block shots in their first 4 playoff games, joining David Robinson, Alonzo Mourning, and Tim Duncan, with Wemby being the only one in that group to hit threes as well, hit 7 in this series. So after the Spurs series clinching win, Shaq had high praise for Wemby on Inside the NBA, calling him the first perfect big man that's ever been created. Rashad, when you hear that, obviously coming from Shaquille O'Neal, one of the greatest big men of all time, what are your thoughts on Shaq saying Wemby is the perfect big man?
Perspective. Shaq is given a very high intensity perspective of what the big man position entails, especially when you talk about being able to have moves in the post, being able to be 7'6", being able to shoot free throws.
That's what he got to work on, though.
The post is
Yeah,
no, he got him. He got
work on
him.
the post.
It's just about who he's down there with. He don't have the body size yet to
He
be down
got
there.
it all. He could do it all.
But yeah, to be able to handle the ball as a big, bigs always wanted to be able to handle the ball. Bigs always wanted to be able to dribble up and shoot threes. He can do all of those things. at a different rate than Joker and Embiid, since these are other two bigs that can do that the same thing. So you can't take out of context the other two that do similar things. But Wemby is moving at a different velocity. And when you can do what he does, especially as far as passing, he's throwing lobs, he's doing those things. And he's blocking shots, and he's changing people's idea of what it is to have a good shot, a layup or a dunk or a three, even isolations on the perimeter. You got to think twice about it now. And as a big, I think Shaq knows more about that than anybody. Between him, Hakeem, and David Robinson, and Tim Duncan, these are all guys in Wemby's ecosystem that he can reach out to.
They put him as a center too, yeah.
This is it is unheard of, and for him to be able to go out and work with these guys to get more insight about the game, and including KG to that mix, bro, you're talking about someone who's down the line when he gets some muscle on him, when he comes see me to get some of this muscle, get some of this pushing this P around. He's gonna be a
The right way, though, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be different. He's gonna be different. I promise you.
Yeah.
Well,
What you got?
My thing with Wemby, when I say why are we giving him everything so early, because right now I call him a lunchtime baller, but he got a lot of Go Bird in him right now, like the goofiness. He got a lot of goofiness in him. And once he become more like Giannis and get his feet under him, get a little strong, that's when I feel like he's going to dominate and have everything. But right now he falls. He got a lot of goofy in him. Like he falls and hurt his feet. Can't put his hands down.
Talking about one thing, bro.
He got but he does that though. His feet, like he's lanky, like he ain't got his. He like Bambi still.
a 7'5" Bambi.
You ain't never seen Bobby's work?
That's what I'm saying. But wait, this is gonna happen. It's gonna happen when he gets stronger, he get his feet under, and start dominating, dunking on people, punking people. It's gonna happen. So right now, just because we haven't seen something like that, and it's so early, I feel like we're rushing to put things on him. And
so would you say he's on the trajectory though?
he's gonna be
the perfect big man.
It's gonna be. He's
feels
one
like
of the guys
a
that
player
they
back
gonna
in the day.
finally say better than Jordan. He's gonna be that person.
Well, I mean, they've
Because they hate everybody else, but it's undeniably. You got to put him as one of the best players to ever play this game when it's all said and done. But right now.
Right now, what?
He's Jordan.
Right now, we can't give him nothing.
He's Jordan against Boston.
63 in the Garden.
Doing
he's
63 in the legs.
He's winning.
That's 63 in the
He's
Garden.
winning playoff series though.
And he got
jumping
swept.
doing this.
And he got swept that series.
You know, the 4 dribbles between the legs that they thought was just, oh my God.
Do you remember
Wemby's
what
winning
happened
series.
after that series?
Oh,
Larry Bird said, "We just played against Jesus."
that's what we doing right now.
Sneakers. Yeah.
That's what we doing
What
now.
do you mean? So
Jesus.
that means we're giving him everything now.
Was Jordan MVP then?
Why does he need to be MVP?
Well, Wemby
We just played against Jesus. And you're not making
but that
him
was
MVP?
After that
No,
was after.
that's what I'm
he made that
saying.
statement in the
But they
playoffs.
seen that all year.
Bro, not that performance. That performance
So only
was
one
the
performance made him say that.
63 in the Garden against the Boston
He was
Celtics.
averaging 30 that year as a
was Swaggy. Wemby, youngest defensive player of the year in NBA
Unanimous.
history. First unanimous defensive player of the year. Third,
come on.
or top 3 MVP
Like I said.
candidate. It's a little different.
It's a little different, bro.
No, like I said, we're giving him everything, and you got to.
Are they giving him it, or is he taking it?
Is he not taking it?
I don't feel like he's taking it.
They would have gave him
He's not
defensive player of the
taking-
year his rookie
he's
year
taking
and
that.
his second year. They would have gave him that if that was
But
the case.
realistically, do he deserve to be in the MVP race?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't
Like
feel that.
realistically.
Who are you putting in front of him?
Realistic.
Who are you
like,
putting
come
in
on.
front of him?
How much he average?
Now you talk about average.
That's what we talk about. You
No,
can't do
it's
that
not.
for him and not do it for Boston
Yes,
when Jayson
you can.
Tatum blew everybody out.
Yes,
He was
you
averaging
can.
more points.
Yes, you can.
You can't do that for
Because
him.
Donovan
25,
Mitchell.
12, and 3 blocks, Swaggy. 25, 12, 3 blocks.
Yes. bro.
Tatum was averaging 28, and Jalen Brown averaging down in 30. And they both in the second seed with a worse team.
Donovan
with a
Mitchell was
less
averaging
team.
28.
With a less team. With
Donovan Mitchell was averaging 28.
But that's what I'm saying.
according to the Square Media Swaggy, Wemby had the greatest defensive season.
That's why he deserved that.
But
he deserved
so if you're
that.
talking about the greatest
But that
defensive
don't make
season in
you
NBA history,
MVP.
and
You
top
talking
3
about
most
offense,
valuable
though.
player.
He's mentioning right now the total stats of the total game.
Defense don't make you MVP.
No,
Ben
it
Wallace
don't.
would have been
No,
MVP.
it
Dennis
don't.
Rodman should have
But
been
the
MVP.
combination,
If they were
Jalen
averaging
Green,
25 and 12,
the combination,
Draymond
bro.
Green.
No, the combination makes you an MVP candidate. It makes you an MVP candidate. The combination of Tim Duncan being able to give you 24 and 12 in his third season gave him the right to be considered an MVP candidate.
Averaging 30-some points and fifth in defense. Number one, without his co-star, and he's still fighting for MVP.
Yes, he's still
That
fighting
don't
for
make
MVP.
sense for me.
It does.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
Because then you would say, well, why isn't Luka the fucking MVP?
Because he's not
Because
in
Luka
that
has
category.
all the stats. He has better stats than the guy you talking about. The guy you talking about, Luka Doncic has better all-around stats than him, except for defensive win share. That's it. So why is Luka not
You just
even
said
in?
defense was one of the main things.
So
that
why
go
is
hand to
Luka?
hand.
Well, you talking about just offensive stats. You say you can't put him in there because he's 25 and 12 and 4. That ain't good enough. But Luka Doncic leads the league in scoring. He's averaging 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and he
So
has
he's
better
like-
stats than the guy you
He's
talking
like
about. SGA.
Wemby on offense.
Why
He's
you
Wemby
not?
on offense.
But why you not giving him MVP?
He should be in there.
Why is he not?
Wemby.
No, it ain't Wemby.
And it's another thing. Wemby, top 5 in what? Defense, top 20 in offense.
And
Luka, top 5 in offense, top 20 in defense.
And?
What's the difference? So you saying defense is better than offense?
well, we're gonna go with
Now, but
the
you
metric that you use when you talk about SGA. You said we're number 1.
He's
Where's
he's
Luka?
top 5 in each category.
But what you said.
He's top 5 in
This
offense
is your
and
argument, Nick. Your argument goes, but we're number 1
He's
in the
number
league.
1, and he's top 5 in both
So,
defense and offense.
Luka's not.
And he's fighting.
Luka is number what? What is the Lakers? 4? 3?
3.
3. Spurs is 2. SGA and the Thunder are number 1. The only reason you got SGA being the number 1 candidate is because they're the number 1 team, bro.
Lakers were
That's
4.
it. If he was,
Lakers are 4.
if the Thunder was number 4, SGA wouldn't be in the conversation because he's not number 1. And then we would propel whoever's number 1. The reason why he's getting the because he's number 1. That's the criteria.
Okay, but wait a second. Better stats than SGA?
Luka,
Okay,
offensive stats.
okay. Luka led the league in turnovers.
That's 1.
He shot 36% from 3. SGA shot 39% from 3, right? Luka's a horrible free throw shooter, and SGA is not. That's like a 10% gap there, right?
Who gets to the line more?
He shot more free throws, and SGA for the 3rd straight year led the league in free throw makes, shooting fewer free throws a game.
How many fewer? 1? 1 fewer?
You
0.5
never hear
fewer?
about Luka.
0.5 fewer.
foul
When you
bait.
talk about those stats,
All I hear is Shea foul baiting.
you could say turnovers, you could say XYZ, but the numbers still are glaring when you talk about
Okay,
actually
I-
One attempt
rebounding,
difference.
actually
Okay, I
passing,
got it.
triple doubles,
Okay, but what
all of
about-
these different things
What
every
about
night.
mid-range jump shots in this league this year? SGA led the league in mid-range jump shots, made 59%. That's extraordinary to me.
Is it?
That's
Or if you could shoot step back 3-pointers, it would be less extraordinary,
Okay, but he
right?
made 39%, and he's improved each of the last 4
But he's not
55% from the
shooting. He's
field.
not shooting step back 3-pointers. He's shooting swing 3-pointers. Luka Doncic is
I don't know,
shooting step back 3-pointers, and he's not going down there, shooting the mid range at that incredible rate.
I don't
based
know.
on-
SGA's starting to shoot step back. He made him against Phoenix.
He
Boy.
missed him against the Spurs.
Okay, but that was in December.
What was that? He missed them all against the
In
Spurs,
December he
right?
did.
Right. That was the only time he missed it. Then he went on.
Crazy.
He went on
Yeah.
to shoot 39%.
And-
He went on to.
Okay, allow me to say about Shaq. I was shocked that he said what he said about Wemby, and a little disappointed in Shaq overreacting.
Yeah.
Because now the bandwagon is rolling because they realize Wemby is going to fuel the ratings, and they think, as I think you do, SGA is just boring to people. He just doesn't capture the imagination. I don't know why.
We've
had this conversation before.
We've caught on to what he does.
You think
We're watching it in real time.
You think he's a free throw merchant, right?
No, I just think that what he does, we can see it now. It's not anything incredible. We can say that the
but
team,
wait a
30
second.
points per game on 55%.
bro, you can say all that shit like we ain't never seen that shit before. Like we watched guys score 30 points in this league before.
We saw
And
Michael
that
Jordan
became
do
the
it.
greatest.
That's great.
We saw
that's
Michael
the
Jordan do
greatest.
it.
But we see how he's doing it.
It became
now
the
we see
greatest.
how he's doing it. That is the part that
This is pure hate,
separates the praise from the criticism.
This is pure
how
hate.
you do it as a
Pure
hooper.
hate, bro. This
As an audience, like for fans and
Rashad.
audience members, it's cool. Like you're like, man, don't hate on them.
The kids love
But as a hooper, when you're watching, you're like,
The kids
man,
love
that's
'em.
nasty, man. That's you don't have to do it that way. And he does it the best that way.
Okay, but have you ever, in all your time watching basketball, seen a finesse player get to the rim more easily than SGA does consistently? Because he led the league in shots at
Allen
the rim.
Iverson, Tony Parker.
Okay, not like this. This is 6'5", and he snakes through. He just constantly getting to the rim. He led the league in shots at the rim, and that's how he's scoring 30 a game.
You know why? We have to let you go because if we get close to you and sneeze on you, it's a fucking foul.
Yeah, because he's the reigning MVP and he earned that.
So before that, he was still getting fouls. Before he was the reigning MVP, he was still a guy who knew how to get fouled, just like James Harden. We've seen guys do it before, but this guy has figured out that the whistle is more important than the game itself because the whistle stops the play, it accumulates points, it allows everyone to participate in the entertainment of the game. That's a different story. That's why Jalen Brown was complaining about it. It's like, why shouldn't I do what he's doing?
Okay.
My points per game can go up based on me manipulating the game to get fouls.
Why not do it?
Everyone should do it.
That's what I'm saying.
But is that the ethical part of the basketball that
what
that
is-
Wemby talks about? When we talk about, hey man, when you're a hooper and you're playing and every single player that you play against is out here foul baiting, it's crazy.
Pure hate.
That's
At the end of the
crazy.
day.
If you whip somebody's ass and they tell you, but you didn't do it ethically, they still got
No,
the
it ain't
ass.
about doing it
pure hate.
ethically, bro. It's not about doing it.
It's pure hate.
Ethically whoop my-
Hey, bro,
'Cause
that's some soft
just
ass shit.
said
That's like playing against Duke and they always down there trying to take the
just
charge
glamorized-
instead of trying to block the shot. It's like, come on, JJ, get your ass up.
You just
What you doing? You
glamorized
playing
Luka,
soft.
though. You said step back threes, but he lead the lead in fouls, right? Free throws. Nobody say nothing about
Luka led the league in
Luka.
free throw attempts.
That's what I'm saying. He
Free
just
throw-
glamorized
Yeah, we
Luka.
do. Yes, we do.
Nobody talk about Luka.
Yes, we do.
Man.
Luka is a foul baiter. Brunson is a foul baiter.
I
Denny
never
Avia
hear-
is
I
a
just
foul
hear
baiter.
shade.
Joker is a foul baiter.
All I hear is
Embiid is a
shade.
foul baiter.
All I hear is
That's
shade.
all you want to hear,
No,
bro.
that's all y'all
Open your
say.
ear. No, it's not.
Jalen Brown finished 6 in free throw attempts per game, but not a foul better.
Come on, man.
He is. Hey, he turned it up in the tail end of the,
Come on, like,
season.
let's stop hating.
After he got off his stream, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing that.
Okay, so back to Shaq saying that Wemby's the perfect big man. So what is Shaq's pet phrase? What is he known for? That's barbecue chicken, right? You take somebody down low and you just cook them like they're barbecue, right? I don't see that yet from Wemby.
That's
I think
what
I
I'm
will
saying.
at some point.
That's
What?
what I'm saying.
I don't see I see the lob dunks.
You don't want to see the new barbecue chicken. You still in Kentucky Fried Chicken.
But he could
We
do
got a
that.
whole new chicken shack. The chicken shack is out in
Oh,
the perimeter. When you bring your ass out here
you
now.
vegan chicken.
Oh
You-
man.
you a mushroom.
No,
You a
it's called
fried mushroom.
tofu. It's tofu.
You tofu.
Yeah,
You
with
fried-
barbecue sauce on it.
Yeah.
Come out here now.
You don't
this
put
is
no
barbecue
calories on it.
chicken
Yeah.
for you
All
out
right,
here.
on
You like-
offense, we opened the show talking about Joel Embiid, and he said after the
What?
game, inside he said, "Nobody can stop me." That is the God's truth.
Man.
When he decides to play, nobody can stop him because his post game is miles better at this moment than Wemby's
100%.
Because he's just bigger and stronger, and he weighs 300 pounds.
No, he comes from a conventional lineage of big man. He went to Kansas where he had no idea about a fucking jump shot or anything. Bill Self and those guys, they had to teach him how to be a big man. Wemby does not have that.
I mean, he thinks he's a two guard.
Because that's what he learned.
I'm shocked y'all putting him as a center. I thought y'all would make him a power forward.
Regardless of where we put him, his size and his skill says I'm creating a new position. This is not old conventional, put you on the block. He wasn't saying it about Bobo.
No.
We're saying Bobo was a 3. So Wemby is a 3. That can play a 4-5 because he knows how to play defense. Not because he has post moves in the post. Not because he does jump hooks and none of that. He actually has ball handling skills. He shoots it off of 1 foot from the 3-point.
No,
but that's a guard. He don't have no post moves yet.
Don't need them.
You do.
No one plays in the post.
It's easy.
No one plays in the post.
Nobody can guard you when you do this.
Obviously. So why wouldn't I shoot threes, Nick?
Why?
So when I shoot the 3, it's the same thing.
How crazy do I gotta be bored of doing this and just dunking on somebody?
3 is more than 2.
He does a lot more.
3 is more than 2, bro. I'm shooting one-legged threes.
That's
shooting one-legged threes.
This is.
What are you talking about? That's why he just said the perfect big man. I can shoot threes off one leg.
What are you shooting this year?
36%. 30.
Yeah.
Well, if he's gonna be a 3-point shooter, like he's just gonna be a 3-point shooter.
35% from 3.
Come on, man. Are you serious?
That's what you want him to be?
Serious?
83%
I would love my
83%
guy to be out
from the
there at
line?
the 3-point line.
51% from the
talk about.
Come on, bro.
Didn't he cut down on his threes a lot this year?
He did.
Like way down.
5.5 attempts per game. I think it was like in the 10 range last season.
Okay.
So why can't that be considered perfect for a big?
Well, he's clearly the perfect defensive big man because we never see anything like this, right?
100%.
So I give you that part, but I don't get the offense.
Oh, it's because you want to compare it to the actual Shaq and all the conventional, traditional bigs, and the game has evolved from that. We can't use that metric as comparison to him because he's evolved from get on the block, throw me to Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid. We want to compare him to that.
Karl Anthony Towns in him.
But
he got a lot of Karl Anthony Towns in him.
How much weight does he need to gain for us to say now get in the post?
Talk to Wemby.
Talk
to the Greek.
So why is Greek not considered a conventional next level big?
Shaq said he was the most dominant player. Then
how many post-ups do Giannis actually take per game? Or does he take it off the dribble?
Man,
all right.
Giannis
knock
people down and
now what did Giannis have to develop for him to be able to be effective with dribbling the ball past guys and dunking it? He had to put on muscle, not just to be down there backing down. It was, if I'm going to really get past these guys, let me put some muscle on. Now they really can't stop me from getting there.
That's what
but
I'm
he's still not playing conventional 5. He's still not playing conventional 4.
Here's the point. In Shaq's day, would Drew Holiday have ever guarded Shaquille O'Neal?
No.
Seriously.
But you would have no choice but to switch off.
No, you wouldn't.
You have no choice but to switch off.
But we've seen Caruso guard Jokic. I'm just saying, but those guys that play on the perimeter,
Thank you, Joe. We've seen Caruso guard Joker.
Yep.
But
We've seen Draymond Green guard Embiid.
What I just say? No, I said you can't do what you do with Embiid. You can't put Derek White on Embiid.
No.
I said that. I said you can't do that like they do with Caruso and all. They're too strong. They're too big.
Or they're just double. Or they're just double.
You need to. They double Shaq.
Okay.
You're double Wemby.
So I don't have the body that Joel Embiid has, bro.
But
I'm not that big.
You're athletic and you're
not
almost a foot taller than everybody.
That's why you can't switch a Drew Holiday.
When you lift your arm up and just jump, nobody's gonna touch that. You can't.
What does that have to do with me being thin? What does that have to do with me being thin?
You can't get blocked.
But you can push him off
against kids.
I can push you off the block, Nick. What are you talking about?
Be average. Right now, he should be. It's like him playing against kids. If you got damn near Drew Holiday guarding you and you can't dunk the ball, that says a lot right now.
If Drew Holiday is pushing me off the block,
it don't matter
because I'm thin and I don't have no weight on me.
It
doesn't matter whether I'm on the block or on the perimeter. I'm still exactly.
I'm right at the rim.
Okay, if I'm right at the
dunk
rim.
the ball from down there anywhere.
Yes, Nick.
And I
Guess
doubt it.
where I'm comfortable shooting the ball? Guess where I'm comfortable shooting the ball?
From 3.
From anywhere.
Yeah, but it's-
anywhere. I'm
So
comfortable.
3.
I do not have to shoot the ball where you want me to shoot it. I'm going to shoot the ball where I want to
see
shoot
them winning right now until he get that.
until he shoot where you want him to shoot.
No, until he gets that dominance. Like Caruso guarding me. What the fuck? I'm out here trying to do a step back 3-4. I can
Because
mix it up. I'm a dunk on him
Where-
to show
okay.
him switch early.
he did that. He actually
early.
did that. He actually
That
went down there and dunked
Drew
a couple
Holiday on
times.
me?
He's done that. He's
Back to
done
back
that.
dunk, switch early, get the big on me, then I can step back and shoot a 3. When he get that understanding, that's
Bro,
crazy.
that's
I
all-
only got a guard on me because I know you're going to shoot step back.
Understanding coming from me gaining weight, bro.
But that's
You
what I'm
still
saying.
missing the biggest element. If I'm thin and Caruso know it, I could push this thin motherfucker off the block. There ain't nothing Wemby's gonna be able to do for that until he gets more weight. Until then, I'm shooting this bitch over top of y'all. Until y'all adjust. Because you can't adjust to that.
But why at the 3-point line?
Because I can make it.
If
I'm
I'm at the block
35%.
and I turn around and do the same thing,
What the fuck is the
it's
difference?
down there 100%.
Yes, it's a greater percentage, bro. But if you're keeping me from being down there,
But I'm saying he can do that. He could be Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Yeah,
Wilt Chamberlain numbers right
oh
now.
my God.
that is true.
Wilt Chamberlain
He
numbers.
could be Wilt Chamberlain if what? If he just went down to the block?
Yes.
Right here.
on, man.
Every time.
So that
Every
means
time
that
down.
means that everybody that's that tall
Nobody's
should
that
go.
tall. Nobody's that tall.
Nobody's that tall.
God damn.
Ain't nobody
that tall. Who you got?
Boban was that tall, Nick. Why the fuck wasn't Boban doing the shit?
Oh my God.
Because he couldn't walk and chew gum.
Oh, I thought it was because you just got to be big at the same time. You can just throw the bitch up there. You're that big. What about Taco Fall? Why the fuck wasn't he just doing it? Why didn't they just put his big ass down there, throw it to him, and let him do the?
He doing it
it
in
ain't
China.
that fucking easy.
He doing it in China.
It ain't that fucking
He's
easy.
doing it in China.
It ain't that easy.
Yeah,
doing it
but you know who the free throw merchant should be? Is this guy.
Man.
He should just be down there like, thank you, and 3 guys are on him, and
Yep.
he can dunk standing still.
They don't give him fouls at all.
They
Imagine how
don't.
frail he is,
Yep.
and all he has to do is do this. Do what SGA does.
I understand.
How many? Like you said, he should be the free throw
He
merchant.
should be.
They don't give him none of those fouls.
Do what SGA does?
Yes.
Or Luka does? Who's the
Both.
leading? Who's the leading?
Both.
though? See how you go with SGA?
Combine them.
Just wanted to point that out.
Combine them.
Just wanted to point that
Combine
out.
them. The Euros.
Yeah. Do you have Wemby as the MVP?
Yes, I do.
And SGA had a better year this year than he had last year?
I don't want to hear all that better year shit. You lost. I don't want to hear about that shit.
Yeah. And
Because
That's
Joker
what
had
I'm
a better
talking
year.
about.
Joker had a better year.
That is
He
true.
should be in front.
And when Embiid had a better year, he lost.
yeah.
So all that better year shit is out the window. It's what we're having this year. This year, this guy, when you look at the film, you look at the tape, you roll it back, you say, man, how can you not? He plays both sides of the ball at the highest rate.
Wait, didn't Joker beat Wemby like 3 out of 4 times this year? I think he did.
Yeah. So wouldn't that matter if I beat SGA?
So, I mean, so
three out
they-
of the. Wouldn't the same thing matter
So
if he
should
beating
Joker-
So
Yeah,
the
the
Joker, so
Yeah,
Joker
right.
be MVP?
Yeah.
Should he?
Second? Yeah.
I think Rudy Gobert should be MVP then, right? Because Rudy Gobert been beating Joker's ass all series.
But that
Tell me
means
something
Denver,
I
that
don't
means
know.
Denver gonna beat the Spurs then.
Well,
right?
it just means that
Dude,
Rudy
Denver- is
Gobert
Denver
should
gonna
be the
beat
MVP.
Spurs? Is Denver gonna beat the Spurs?
No.
You gonna buy your logic?
No. Fuck no.
They beat them 3 out of 4 times.
No.
And the Spurs be okay. You think they gonna be OKC because they beat them 3 out of the 4?
I know they're going to be OKC because they got a better team. And Joker's tired. Remember everybody said that Wemby's going to be tired because he took the other route, right? You took the wrong route. You're going to be tired by the time you get to, okay, somebody else going to be tired when you get to us.
That is.
You're going to be tired when you come, you got to go guard me now. We know you're not going to guard me. Aaron Gordon going to guard me. Somebody else going to guard
Why
me.
would I guard?
But
I'm gonna go. Why would I guard you at the 3-point line?
Joker? Because you can't move your feet, motherfucker.
So why would I guard you at the 3-point line?
Well, you wouldn't guard me at all.
So, Rashad, remember, Oklahoma City has Game 7 at home against San Antonio, but I think you're saying it's not going to get to Game 7, right?
No.
Oh, spicy take of the day.
So what's gonna be what? Is it Spurs in 5?
6.
6?
6. You know
Jordan.
6.
Jordan.
Jordan numbers, baby. They gonna MJ him, okay.
Oh, I'm going to MJ him this way.
Very spirited discussion today. All right, so let's wrap up today with our playoff picks throughout the postseason. We'll be making
No
team
tape?
picks. Huh?
You seen what LeBron said? You didn't see that?
What did he say?
He was the GOAT.
LeBron said he'd go again?
Yes.
Again?
I thought we was gonna talk about it.
Again?
Why do we have to talk about things we already know?
Yeah.
I'm tripping.
Damn, you tripping.
Hey, that's all I'm saying. But
You know what? Let me shake your hand on that.
thank you
one.
very much, Swaggy. Appreciate you. We are SC and UCLA together in perfect harmony. Now we're gonna get into that tomorrow. We got obviously Rockets Lakers game 6 tonight.
Oh,
Game 5, excuse me.
After they win, it's even better.
Well,
You right.
the Brown and Brownie show. Don't want to be accused of glazing too heavily
Used.
on the Lord's Wednesday.
Come on, man. It's the shit in between the mouth that's already giving it away.
The white.
When y'all got that white shit in the middle of your mouth, it's glazed
Right
automatic.
around your
You got to move that shit out the way.
We gotta break down barriers, man. We breaking down the barriers.
Excuse me, could you get this homeboy a napkin or something over here?
gotta show the
He's a little dripping over here on his lip.
Carolyn did not retrieve a napkin. He is merely in jest. Merely in jest. Throughout the postseason, we're making team picks using underdogs prediction markets, which you can do as well. We'll keep a leaderboard of the Couch's picks throughout the entire playoffs. Let's take a look at the updated standings through last night.
Come on, man. Y'all
Started
can
his
add
league.
my.
That boy going.
Shot currently 19-12
Wow.
in the 31 games he's picked. Mr. B, Brandon Jennings, 16-13 in the 29 games he's picked. Kenyon sitting at 500 right now, 11-11 in the 22 games. He's picked Swaggy.
You done?
After they didn't add
Yep.
my Orlando bet.
Still reviewing
got
the
a
video.
chance, bro.
I picked Orlando over the Hornets.
They gave you the. They gave
No,
you
they
one.
didn't.
You was at 6. They gave you 7.
I won yesterday.
We got a
Pick one team, bro. You could have won more. You don't even pick all the teams. That's your fault. You could be 12-12 right
I'm
now.
picking Boston every time.
You
Just
could
know
be
that.
12-12.
So I'm gonna end up winning the majority of the time. Picking Boston every time. So if we go into the finals, that means I'm winning the majority of the time.
Who's at the top?
Cause you ain't
I
got
just asked
nothing
you
to
a
do.
question.
You just gotta.
I just asked you a question. Who's at the top and who's been at the top?
The people at the
who's
bottom.
having an MVP
The people at
year?
the bottom are locked
Who's
into
having an
watching the
MVP
game.
year this year, Nick? Let's talk it. Who's having an MVP year this year, Nick?
Who's the real MVP though?
Huh? Who's having an MVP year? Yeah.
Let's pick
Yeah. MVP.
MVP year don't mean MVP though.
It don't.
well, let's get to our
It don't.
underdog
I'm performing
playoff
like
picks.
a motherfucker. Now.
Using the underdog prediction marks, have a couple potential closeout games tonight. Start in the West where the Lakers have a shot to finish off the Rockets. Not just a shot, more than a shot.
More than a shot.
Okay. 2 shots. No, I'm just kidding. No Kevin Durant once again for Houston.
Oh man.
Do we know if Austin Reeves is playing or he being lazy
We
still?
done made
He not.
KD quit.
I wouldn't
boy. LeBron done made
If I did
KD
limo,
quit.
limit that.
bro.
You got billboards all throughout LA.
Is that the narrative?
Luke Kennard stealing your shine. Luke
It's
Kennard
like-
may be the new limit daddy after this series.
like
Lakers
one
have a
of those things,
63%
you know what?
chance to win tonight according to the underdog
We can
prediction
play
markets.
together next year.
Rockets with a 30% chance to stay alive. Jabari Smith Jr. said he still thinks the Rockets are the better team in this series despite their 3-1, being down 3-1 going into
Everybody thought that to the
Yeah,
King.
there's a lot of,
To the King changed people's minds, you know.
anybody can get it.
Lakers at home.
Shah, will the Lakers advance to the Western Conference semifinals tonight or the Rockets going to extend the
Rockets
season?
win this one.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm
Wow.
glad.
Yeah.
Swaggy,
You already know.
I don't even have to ask.
To King
Okay.
Lake Show.
LeBron,
Lakers
James
in
Jr.
5. It on Jabari turnover.
Well, I ain't gonna be here tomorrow to brag
Jabari,
about it, so
Atari.
it's all good. You gonna miss out, but
Jabari, Tari,
A Ferrari. It don't
a
matter.
Ferrari.
matter.
Lakers
Okay.
in 5.
Skip, how about you? Who you got tonight? Rockets, Lakers, game 5.
By the way, LeBron trying to make his GOAT case over Michael Jordan is laughable. I just wanted to say that for the record. I just had to get that on the record. Thank
You
you.
have to defend your man.
Now,
Just
the
wait till our
King-
20-part series comes
Yeah,
up.
I know. I got it.
And more than Jordan.
The King and company will close it out tonight. Way to go. Yeah.
Skip, do you mean that or are you trying to jinx us?
He's jinxing
I
for
should
sure.
never- I
He's
felt it.
jinxing for
I felt
sure.
it.
I got-
He's
I
jinxing
felt
for
the
sure.
power.
I
Slip
got-
up your sleeve.
That whole
got
power
Lake-
just down there took
Lakers
over.
by 20.
See, now he fucking.
Yeah.
See?
Let me cut this hand off.
Yeah.
You got some up
You
your
know what to
sleeve.
do? Because go opposite of me. I'm picking this and going there. So you either one, you gonna go with me, gonna skip me. Lakers gonna go down
I
either
don't
way.
know if I believe it, but okay, we will take Skip at his word. Got the Lakers tonight by
Oh,
20.
you gonna tell them what Brandon and them shit was too? Because they got this shit in here.
Oh, wait. Do I have to?
Brandon got Pistons, Lakers, and Cavs.
Okay. Mr. B, Pistons, Lakers, Cavs.
And so did Kenyon. They just copying each other. Copy and paste. They just copy and pasted that shit.
Pistons, Lakers, Cavs. Yeah, Pistons, Lakers, Cavs for both of them.
Okay.
All right, let's shift over in the East. In the most shocking series of the playoffs so far, Orlando Magic have a shot to pull off a massive upset, send home the top-seeded Detroit Pistons. Only 4 8 seeds have taken down a 1 seed in the past 25 years. Last time it happened, 2023, when the 8-seeded Heat took down the 1-seeded Bucks in 5 games. Tonight, Pistons heavy favorites to keep the series alive. Detroit with a 77% chance to win tonight. Magic with 23% to close out the series. Swaggy, start with you. Did the Pistons keep the series alive?
Don't be last, I'm thinking. Because I'm like, everybody been losing this game 6. So.
So you just want
No.
what you doing? You smart.
No, I'm thinking, I'm like,
You've been going to class.
it's
You've been
3-1
going to the
right
night
now.
classes.
It's 3-1
night
or
classes.
3-2, my bad.
No, it's 3-1.
It's
3-1.
3-1.
3-1
Yeah, see,
Magic.
everybody been losing that. Boston lost it. It's going to go 4-2. The series going to go 4-2.
Who do you got tonight, Magic or
It's
Pistons?
going to go 4-2.
The Magic.
Magic.
Skip, who you on with, Magic or Pistons?
God, I hate to go against the doctor over there, but
Is-
listen, Detroit is a 9.5-point favorite at home. They won the East by 4 games. They're going to win this game. They're just going to win it on pure pride.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go pure pride.
It's only game 5. I'm going Detroit. It's going to go 6. I'm going Detroit. Orlando in 6.
And last but not least, finally staying in the East, Toronto and Cleveland, both taking both games on their home floor. Series tied 2 games apiece.
I'm going Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Cleveland, 76% chance to win Game 5 tonight.
Shout out to AK with the stuff on the picks.
So Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Everybody believing in Cleveland. So who operating the smoke machine and how come?
Somebody back there
There's some
doing
shit
that
going
shit.
on back
All
there.
right, that
Because every time we talk about Cleveland, some smoke come out that.
There's somebody, man.
Cleveland, very sparingly. Cleveland, get a bigger market if you want more love on this show. It's not up to me. It's what
Change the
Just
color.
nasty.
Change the
Yeah,
color.
that
Change the
series
color.
just nasty. Like
Get more chili.
I don't like it. I don't like watching that at all, bro.
For sure.
But shout out to everybody in the chat. Skip, appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
On these
I
weekly
might be at
Wednesdays.
that Hawks game, though.
Really?
You going
I
to
be at that Hawks New York game. I might be there.
Get some lemon pepper.
Which
Oh,
one?
tomorrow.
I might be there
You leaving?
tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I might be there tomorrow.
Now, if you are in the building.
Yeah. I'm going to make my picks from the suite
Okay. Oh, State Farm.
or Magic City, one or the other.
What?
One or the
Out
other.
there. You know it's
Lemon
okay.
pepper. You know, I need me some lemon pepper. I ain't had a lemon pepper in a while.
The Sweet or the Shea Club, either way. Both viable options to watch the game. But shout out everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody on this couch, as always, and our entire crew. This has been another episode of Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog. Whoa, whoa! We will see y'all tomorrow.